Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
I got a legitimate question. Yeah. You and me go play Oakmont today. What do we shoot?
I think we break 100.
There's no way.
I think we break 100.
That is
barely.
the most ridiculous thing of all the ridiculous things you've said, and you've said a lot of ridiculous things. That's the most ridiculous.
No.
That is absurd. The number I had in mind, just so you know, was 150.
I'm thinking,
no!
Yes.
We're breaking 150.
No way.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I would resist the urge to drink this morning.
Stop. I'm done.
You said a lot of good things there.
Well, I don't know if I said one good thing.
I met a guy last night. Love y'all to death, Jeff.
You mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The show of record for Razorback fans.
I'm in my Sunday school, and first thing he says when we hop in the car, he says, "Let's turn on the Chuck and Bo
There we
show."
It's too early for this kind of conversation. I'm still half asleep.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
Well, Edward said he was going to play his favorite Open from 2025. And there it was right there. Bart, I don't know if that was the defining moment for the Chuck and Bo show
It may well have
in
been.
2025.
May well have been.
But it was your defining moment. That was your defining moment on this show in 2025.
I'd still break 150.
I don't know if you would or not. I thought that. I mean, honest to God, when you said 150, I thought, well, maybe.
I'd still break 150.
But you didn't. I mean, you shot 100 at Fayetteville Country Club.
Yeah, well, that was a bad day, Chuck.
I understand. People have bad days. But I also know that sometimes when you go to an unfamiliar place and it's difficult, hey, man, those numbers they can balloon. But that was a funny moment. That was a funny moment.
Playing the hits. folks.
Yeah, we're going to play the hits
the
today.
hits.
Last day of 2025. It's hard to imagine. Hey, if you got something to say, you're about to run out of time. I mean, if you got something to say before the year's
Now's your
over,
moment.
I got a score to settle with you people. Today is the final day for you to get all that in. Bo's on the road. Bo sent me a text, I guess from the air last night. And I know you can do that now. I hear the people get on the thing in the plane and talk about complimentary texting and all that. Mm-hmm. I've never done that. I tried once. I've still not figured out how you get online on planes. I've still not figured that out. But I did get a text from Bo last night. He was traveling, California, Rose Bowl, ESPN, whole 9 yards. And he's not here today. Here's the bottom line. But we are. And it is the final day of 2025. We got a lot planned. By the way, if you went to bed early, or if you did like me and went to bed at halftime, that was a pretty good game last night. TCU won in overtime over USC 30-27. You guys watch any of that?
Yes.
Did you watch all of it?
I watched as much of it as I could and then saw the ending this morning.
That's pretty much how I did. I made it to halftime and said, I'm not going to do this. But I did see the ending this morning. It was quite a play.
Yeah.
TCU scored in overtime, got kind of tight-roped the sideline.
USC got what they deserved.
Well,
as they usually do.
Some of these bowl games are good. Did you watch the game, Edward?
No, I'm watching a new show with my wife.
Really? What show is that?
It's called Pluribus on Apple TV.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You like it, I guess?
You're
just watching out of obligation?
We're 2 episodes. No. I was the one who wanted to watch it.
Oh, okay.
It's by the same creator of Breaking Bad.
Okay.
And Better Call Saul.
Okay. So there's a criminal element involved?
Kind of. It's very bizarre. It's
Okay.
very bizarre.
Okay.
We're 2 episodes in. I have no idea.
Pluribus.
We know
Pluribus.
Chuck likes a criminal
You've seen
I gotta have
Better
some
Call
crime.
Saul?
I
You've
gotta
seen
have-
Better Call
yes,
Saul?
I've seen it.
Jimmy's girlfriend, Rhea Seehorn. I don't remember her
I
name in the
remember
show,
her
but
name, yeah.
she's the lead actress.
Oh, really?
She's the star of the show, and it's very kind of sci-fi.
I wonder what happened
yeah.
to her. I mean, I wondered.
Yeah.
Huh.
So it's
Oh,
interesting,
did you say
but
sci-fi?
it's sci-fi adjacent.
Okay.
It's not fully sci-fi.
you lost Chuck.
I know.
I was intrigued when you talked about crime and
But,
Breaking Bad and stuff like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
But when you said sci-fi,
It's in Albuquerque. Like
Well,
all of
land
his
of
shows are.
enchantment.
yeah.
But
Go Lobos.
it's okay. I just don't. I think it's trying a little too hard.
There's
Yeah.
a lot of bizarre things happening in Albuquerque. Have you
Yeah,
noticed
I don't
that?
know what's going on in the show so
Yeah.
far. I'm a little confused, but
Well, you missed a good game. It was a
sounds
good
like
game.
it.
It
It
was a
sounds
great
like it.
game. And the Illinois-Tennessee game was good. Bielema won. They beat Tennessee on a last-second field goal. You know, some of these bowl games are really good. I personally, and I know Josh Heupel is probably catching it over at Tennessee today, or will today.
Oh, he already is.
See, I don't think, and I used to not feel this way, I'll be honest. There was a time when I thought if you get to a bowl game, even if you're 6-6, it's the most important game of the year because it's going to set the tone for everything that happens between the end of that game, the first day of spring practice, and the start of next season. That's what everybody's going to be talking about because that's the taste you left them with. I don't think that way anymore because, Tennessee's got, I think, five starters, something like that, were not playing. Point is, a lot of these teams, you get to the bowl games, you don't even know what your roster is going to look like. And I know some schools, bowl games are in their contracts. Some places, obviously, they aren't. And but it's hard for me. Like at the end of the game yesterday, when I watched Tennessee and Illinois play, and I want to talk a little bit more about that in just a second, I didn't feel like, boy, Brett Bielema just out-coached Josh Heupel. I mean, holy cow. Did you watch that? I didn't think that. I just thought Illinois won a pretty good game. They got out there. They played a bowl game. The guys that were playing played hard. I didn't see anybody dogging it. And at the end of the day, Illinois won. But you watch a lot of these bowl games, and the idea that one person can control the approaches of all these kids in a game that, is almost an afterthought for a lot of them, that's a lot to ask of a head coach. So I'm not as judgmental as maybe I once was about bowl games. And I no longer feel like that if you lose a bowl game, it's going to be hard to recover from that. And I no longer feel like if you win a bowl game, it's a sign of things to come. And I'll go back to what I've said more than once in 2025. Nobody drove away from Memphis saying, look out for Texas Tech. Nobody did that. And but here they are. We're going into the biggest weekend, the biggest 2 days of college football so far, and Texas Tech's front and center. And I don't think any of us imagined that it would be like that. So bowl games, in my mind, don't mean what they once did. But if you're just sitting down to be entertained, they're still good. That Illinois-Tennessee game was a good game yesterday.
We'll watch any football. To a large extent, yeah, there are some games that I haven't watched a second of this year. But, even – who was it? Delaware was playing Missouri State or whoever. I tuned in for just a little bit.
I checked in.
Yeah, I checked in.
Yeah,
because it's football.
See how many people are there.
The clock is ticking rapidly on football to watch.
That's right.
And then it's going to be 8 months with no meaningful football.
Well, we'll get to August and have the Hall of Fame game. We'll act like it's the biggest thing in the world.
I said meaningful football.
That Hall of Fame game's always funny. Oh, we got football back, and 2 weeks later, hey, you remember who played in the Hall of Fame game? I have no idea.
Those players aren't on rosters anymore.
None of those. They're working at the grocery store now. So, at the grand or at the end of the day, it's not the grand game that maybe we. I do want
to mention this just as an interesting aside, talking about the Illinois-Tennessee game. 2 interesting tidbits.
All right.
Tennessee finished the year without a single win against a team with a winning record.
Is that right?
And Brett Bielema has led Illinois to back-to-back 9-win seasons for the first time in the history of that football program.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Illinois football's been around a long time. Never had back-to-back seasons with 9 or more wins.
That's really kind of hard to imagine.
It's pretty clear and obvious that Brett Bielema was a pretty good football coach.
I was thinking this yesterday though when I was watching this game, and Bielema after the game had to get in. I think the SEC's 0-4 now in bowl games, and what's the Big Ten? 5-0, something. Just making sure that you knew that. And look, I'm happy for all those guys. He's got a lot of guys that were here that are up there now. Barry Lunny Jr. is on the staff. Aaron Henry, their defensive coordinator, who I think's done a bang-up job at Illinois. He was here. There are lots of others. Bielema makes it hard to root for him, though. He just does, and I like Brett. I had a great relationship with Brett when he was here, and I'm very, very and you see these guys in their private moments, or at least semi-private moments, and Bielema is a good guy. He's a good-hearted guy. He can't help himself when it comes to talking trash, though. He can't help himself. Whether it's right after a game, whether it's on Twitter. Now, I'll give him credit. After he got fired here, you didn't hear from him, not a peep, for a couple of years. And it really, when he got the Illinois job even, he didn't say much at the start. But the first time they won a big game, I don't remember when it was, but the first time they won a big game, here he comes, And but I had to laugh when it was over yesterday after they won the game, and he said that. And I thought, Brett, your record against the SEC is not that hot. I don't care about what it is as a Big Ten coach. I know what it was like week in and week out. It wasn't all that hot. Let's be real honest about it. But I just wonder for fans, does he make it hard to root for guys you'd otherwise really want to root for? Not so much for me because, I do know those other guys and I do root for them. But I just wondered when I was watching that, where does he stand? There was one other bowl game yesterday, the early game. Louisiana Tech beat Coastal Carolina 23-14. Slew of them today. Starts with Vanderbilt and Iowa at 11 o'clock this morning, and it culminates tonight with Ohio State and Miami. And I think Ohio State's going to run them off the field. I think they're going to beat them by at least 2 touchdowns, maybe 3, maybe 4. What do you guys think?
You think Ohio State is going to run Miami off the field?
Yeah, I think Ohio State's going to run Miami off the field. That's what I think.
I think they'll win
tonight.
I think Ohio State
will win the game.
I think at least 2 touchdowns.
I could see that happening.
I don't want to say
at least 2.
I don't want to.
You
got lock. That's right.
I don't want to.
I don't want to get into Bart's locks. Bart's got lock. I didn't. I was encroaching in your territory. I'm sorry.
I don't want to say.
I'm sorry. I didn't think. I wasn't thinking.
How about that Sun Bowl?
Yeah, the Sun Bowl is going to be played today. The only bowl ESPN does not own. It's on CBS. Who's playing?
Arizona State and Duke in the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl.
I take it that's not part of your locks later today?
No.
All right.
No, it's not.
All right.
I'm sticking with the playoff games because I think those are,
Well, those are the ones everybody's talking about.
Right.
Those are probably, to a lot of people, the only ones that matter. All right, last day of the year as we get underway. What's your top Razorback memory of 2025 or sports memory? Edward's got a bank of highlights over there right now. I've got my 2 picked out. They're probably fairly obvious. There are going to be others we'll delve into as we move through the show today. We're glad you're with us. If you're working today, hope you get Friday off. Most people get tomorrow off, but I know people who've got to go back to work Friday. They got to work Friday and then get Saturday and Sunday off. That's a boss that, come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on. You really think there's going to be a lot done just because, you want to get out of the house? Don't assume everybody else does. But I do know people that are going to have to go back and check in on Friday. But
a lot of work getting done Friday.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
I would imagine that it's probably going to be a fairly light day. Richard Davenport's going to be with us at 7:30 today. I wanted to talk to Richard because the transfer portal opens Friday. And not only is the price of business going up, but I'm interested in how many are leaving. So far, there's not been that many. I think roughly 10, maybe not even 10. And none of them, and I'm just going to say it, none of them are guys that you were going to hang your hat on next year anyway. And a lot of them will go to other places and be backups there on teams that may go 2-10, might go better. My point is, when you go 2-10 and non-starters leave and you make a big deal out of it, you're just looking for something to make a big deal out of, because it's probably not a bad thing if you want to get right down to it. So we'll talk to Richard coming up about that and see where the Razorbacks stand roughly 48 hours before it all gets underway. 877-377-6963. That's the number that'll get you into the program. Stay with us. 6:16. This is the Chuck and Bo Show. Good morning. There we go. Here we go. Let's take some personal shots. You want to? I mean, come on. Let's take some personal shots at him.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
It's your final chance to take advantage of the end-of-the-year savings at Chevy of Fayetteville. For a limited time, you can shop over 200 new Chevys, all with the biggest discounts of the entire year. You can even enjoy financing rates as low as 0%, making it the perfect moment to upgrade your ride. Don't wait. These deals won't last. Stop by Chevy of Fayetteville and let Mark, Denver, and Chris help you find the Chevy that is perfect for you. Together, let's drive.
Distribution Solutions Incorporated began providing superior customer service back in 1997 based out of Harrison, Arkansas, and they're supporting our local communities today and always looking for professional OTR drivers. DSI knows drivers by name. They're about their people, and when you work with DSI, it feels more like a family than a job, and they know home time matters. If you're a driver, check out their website, drivedsi.com. All the benefits, all the vacation time, and that home time that matters.
Oaklawn is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
When it comes to watching games, nobody does it like Walk-Ons. Over 60 TVs at every location, and the food and drinks win. Mouth-watering Louisiana cuisine like po' boys and gumbo, plus fan favorites like the best burger you can get anywhere, and more draft beers and cocktails than you can count. Incredible food, wonderful service, and a viewing experience like none other. Walk-On Sports Bistro. We live for this.
Kids, there's never a good deal good enough with a bad person. Still a bad deal.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I live in the real world where men sell propane and propane accessories.
You know, when you have two hosts on a show and one host is like laughing uncontrollably, the other one's supposed to talk. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Well, we're down to one host today, too. Well, actually two. Bart and Edward together. Bo's in California. Bo jetted off to California last night doing some work for ESPN at the Rose Bowl, the granddaddy of them all, where they're calling for like a 95% chance of rain. I don't think I've ever watched the Rose Bowl when it's not been like perfect. It never rains in Pasadena.
The weather is apparently clearing up a little
Oh,
bit.
is it?
Yeah, it's not as doom and gloom as it was.
Really? There's an update.
Yeah,
I
well,
had
it looks
no
like
idea.
it's going to rain in the morning, but then it's scattered showers the rest of the day,
All
and just
right.
not a downpour.
Maybe Bo's presence kind of like parted the sky.
Well, it does sound like at least for a while it's going to rain.
Yes.
But I've never watched the Rose Bowl. I mean, it comes on, the sun's shining, you got the mountains in the background. It's perfect, you know? And I guess it's going to be less than perfect, probably a muddy field, whole deal. And but that's where he is today. So that's why
Good
we
for
are.
him.
Yeah, that's why we're doing what we're doing here today. We got a text from, and I'm going to have to ask for help on this, from Roger and Harrison, who says, do you guys know anything about the propane business? Any ideas? Know anything about it?
Not a ton.
I live in the real world where men sell propane and propane accessories.
That's pretty much what I know too, pretty much. But Roger says that the propane, or in the propane business, we don't get days off this time of year. Is December a big month for propane?
Propane and propane accessories.
Man, the way he says that. I don't know. Maybe
that
Roger
brings Edward more
Shout out,
joy than
shout out
Yeah, I
Mike
know.
Judge.
That's
We might hear about Mike Judge.
Yeah, you know, he went to Rice.
Later in the program.
I don't know if you know that, but word on the street was that he went to Rice.
Propane and propane accessories.
But at any rate, Roger's working Friday. He's probably working today, probably working tomorrow. All right, 2025. I got three moments that stand out. Two involve the Razorbacks. One involves somebody else that we'll save for a little bit later. Gage Wood's no-hitter is the obvious choice. For me, when Arkansas won at Kentucky in basketball, that was, to me, the top moment of 2025. It may be the top soundbite of 2025, too.
Goodbye. They're leaving. They're leaving. They're mass exodus.
They're heading for the exits.
it's
Can you
awesome.
believe it?
Goodbye.
I sounded like a dork there. He's like going crazy, and I'm like,
Goodbye.
yes, they're all leaving, Matt. They're heading for the exits.
Yeah,
Can you
there we
believe
go.
it? Yes,
Goodbye.
Matt, you're correct. In my best Ted Knight voice there.
Goodbye.
Yeah, and Zizo, like, goodbye. He's turning and
Goodbye.
waving.
They're
He's
leaving.
turning and
They're
waving.
leaving. They're mass exodus.
You just
They're
see
heading
him
for the
stand
exits.
Oh,
Yes,
can you believe
Matt,
it?
can you
Goodbye.
believe that? and but that was such a great moment, and just it really was. It was hard not to turn, and I did turn around and watch him for a minute, but it was so hard
Goodbye.
not to turn around and do exactly what Z was doing. I mean, when he was saying goodbye, they're leaving, he wasn't looking at the court. He had turned and he was looking at all those people that were leaving, and he was waving at them while he was saying goodbye. I wish we'd had video of that part. But that turned the basketball season around. It turned the fortunes of certainly John Calipari's first season around. And, Bart, it was just one of those games where you knew how much it was burning Kentucky for a 1-5 SEC Arkansas team to come in there and beat them like that.
It was really just a beautiful experience, beautiful game, beautiful environment there, and just a beautiful ending as the Kentucky fans were filing out when Arkansas had the game in hand at the end. That was as big a moment for any team on the University of Arkansas campus this year as there was. Because, like you said, that win, first of all, like, it was a little like, yeah, Cal still got it moment. But it was also a okay, well, like, we see what this team can be now, and it rallied them. We saw what they would become over the next month and a half or so, and it ended up being a team that made a run in the NCAA tournament. And there's going to be a moment like that this year where this team puts it all together and we see what they really can be, and it drives them on, because that's the type of coach that John Calipari is.
I'll tell you what else it was. It was the first uh-oh moment for Kentucky fans. It was like, uh-oh, what were we thinking?
And that's continuing.
You know, what? And it's built since then. I mean, it's built up since then. And you talk to one of them now. They
wound up dead.
Yeah, that's right. I got a couple of people up there that I know, and it's like, I don't really know what we were thinking there. It goes back to what we were talking about. We were talking about that one day. How many times has Cal said since he's been here, when we turn this thing and we get it going and we win the championship, I want everybody to say they couldn't have done it without me. What I did was so vital that they couldn't have won it without me. Now, that's his way of saying, I want everybody to enjoy this, everybody to take the credit for it, everybody but me. So that's a comment that resonates with people. I'm sure he said it when he was at Kentucky. The Kentucky people tell me that everything he says here, he said 10 times there. I don't know. But I'm sure he said it. And evidently they believed it so much, he convinced them of that so much that they thought they could do it without him. They thought that they could just trot him out there. And look, Mark Pope's a good coach. I'm not knocking Mark Pope. Not at all. Very, very capable coach. Has a great career. Speaks for itself. But he's not a Hall of Fame coach. At least not yet. He's not Cal. And but that was just a moment that I think for everybody that was there, certainly they'll never forget. That was a fun trip back. That's a fun trip back. Here's the best moment, though, and if you're from the outside looking in, if you're a Razorback fan, we got an Arkansas kid from a small Arkansas town. He goes to Omaha and he does this.
1 out away from something that's much bigger than a win in Omaha. The 1-2 pitch. He struck him out swinging. Gage Wood no-hits him, and the Hogs win it 3-0. The greatest game ever pitched at the University of Arkansas. Here in downtown Omaha, Gage Wood throws a no-hitter and completes the game with 19 strikeouts, his last 5. They're coming out to mob Gage Wood, who pitched the game of his life.
Life goes on and things happen and you forget details, even of big moments. Sometimes you confuse details, even of big moments, just because of the passage of time. And when I was just listening to that soundbite right there, just now, I remember how I felt that day, watching the game, how we all felt. We've all watched enough baseball to know that you can pitch the greatest game of your life. You can have no-hit stuff. You can be pitching the best game in the history of baseball. But something's probably going to go wrong at the end that keeps you from pitching a no-hitter. Or if you're going for a perfect game, something's probably going to happen. I got to tell you, I do remember that day thinking, nobody's going to get a hit off this guy. About the 7th inning, I'm thinking he's got so much adrenaline going right now. You could I'm watching on television, just like most of us. You could feel the adrenaline coming through the television or your phone or your iPad or whatever you were watching on. You could literally feel the adrenaline in the ballpark. I thought from the 7th inning on, unless something really crazy happens, he's fixing to throw a no-hitter. And he may strike out everybody between now and the end of the game. And he almost did. But that was – and look.
19 strikeouts, too.
Right.
He was –
there are 27 outs in a game. Yeah. There are 27 outs in a game.
19 strikeouts. And he was just throwing fastballs and curveballs all day.
He just he had one of those days where everything was working. But again, how many times have you watched a baseball game where a pitcher had everything working? And it's not like you were doing this in, early March, against a directional school that wasn't going to go anywhere later in the year. You're doing this on the sports college baseball. You're doing it on college baseball's biggest stage. There's no bigger stage than Omaha for a college baseball player against a really good team that fights off pitches, that has a good two-strike approach, that knows how to go the other way, that knows how to drive up pitch counts. If they didn't know how to do all those things, they wouldn't be in the College World Series. So to be able to pull that off on that stage against a team like that, there has been very few. And I'm sure that in other sports there would be arguable moments. But for baseball, it's the biggest moment. And you could argue that there's not been a bigger, individually, there's not been a bigger Razorback moment, save maybe for, that time we saw McFadden do that against South Carolina. I don't know. What are your thoughts? We got some more to play. Biggest moment of 2025. 877-377-6963. 632. This is the Chuck and Bo Show. There we go. Here we go. Let's take some personal shots. You want to? Come on. Let's take some personal shots at him.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Are your gutters ready for fall? Leaves are coming, and that means it's time to protect your home. At Hogtroff Gutters, they install high-quality leaf guards that actually work. Don't waste money on the cheap guards from big box stores that clog up, and don't get stuck paying triple the price with those big national companies. With Hogtroff, you get the best of both worlds: professional installation, premium aluminum, and stainless steel guards, as well as a 20-year warranty. Give them a call today to schedule your free inspection, or visit hoggutters.com. When something goes wrong, a car wreck, an injury, mounting debt, or getting denied the help you deserve, it's hard to know where to turn.
That's when Cadell Reynolds shows up. This is a team that fights for Arkansans. Personal injury, disability, bankruptcy, they handle it all. And they know how to get results.
You've got enough to deal with. Don't try to figure it out alone.
Call Cadell Reynolds, 866-314-3728, or visit CadellReynolds.com.
Cadell Reynolds. Make the right call.
Chuck has thoughts. I want to have some coffee and let you guys roll for a while. This is going to be good.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
By the way, good morning. We just kind of jumped in, and we're coffee deep. And hey, everybody,
morning, Bart.
Welcome in.
Edward.
I smell the bacon cooking. It's going to be a good day.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Yeah, Bacon Day. Did you guys eat some bacon on Bacon Day? Was that yesterday?
It was yesterday.
And we had bacon in those kolache things, or was that the day before?
That was on Monday.
Days run together.
No bacon for me yesterday.
I felt like
I had bacon.
I felt like it was Friday when I got up this morning, and but it's Wednesday. Man, we're not going to be here tomorrow, nor will we be here on Friday. Today, by the way, is National Champagne Day.
Yeah, that makes sense.
On New Year's Eve. You have a champagne preference, Bart?
Not particularly,
Edward,
no, but I'll drink it.
Edward?
No, I couldn't even name one champagne brand.
Really?
Type.
You're not really into that.
No, I'll drink if it's there at an occasion.
So there's not going to be a
but
midnight toast tonight at your house. You're not going to
I'm sure there will be. I don't know if it'll be champagne.
See, the big question for me and people in my age group is, will you make it to midnight? And look, I'm going to run into people all day. Seriously.
That's a big question in my house.
No, it is. This will come up. And in fact, we'll just throw it out there. Are you going to make it to midnight? Do you have plans to make it to midnight? Most people that I talk to today, most people, and it's a small circle. I mean, who are we kidding? But most people that I talk to today, that's going to come up. You going to make it to midnight? Either I'm going to ask or they're going to ask me.
Yeah.
Now, it's a rhetorical question to me. I'm not going to make it to midnight. It's not going to happen. Now, you guys, Edward obviously will.
Chuck, you know what time I wake up.
I understand.
That's a long day, man.
I understand that, but you're going to have to pull it off. You got a wife, young kid, New Year's Eve, holiday season. You can't go to bed before midnight. You're not even 30.
Yeah, but I got to.
I know you're 30 going on 55, but you got to stay up till midnight.
Me and Hannah and I, we're usually asleep by about 8:30, 9 o'clock.
Oh gosh, what about you, Bart?
I will see. I will see the new year.
We're gonna try. We've talked about it. We're gonna try.
Yeah. I'm not even going to make an effort. My main goal, honest to God, tonight is to get through the Ohio State-Miami game. Just to make it through the end of the game, have my wits about me at the end so I can pay. And by wits, well, let me
Chuck getting into tonight?
Let me clarify that.
Chuck's lost his marbles.
No, let me clarify that. Not because of I've been sitting there drinking beer watching the game all night, but because I get tired. And
because I've been sitting there.
Well, no. At the end of the day, you're worn out. Your mind is mush because you're tired. And my main goal is to just get to the end of the game.
Does it count? Does it count if you fall asleep watching something and you wake up in a panic and then stay up for 40 minutes till the ball drops and go back to sleep? Does that count?
Well, yeah,
sure.
Okay. Yeah, if you see the ball drop live tonight. That counts.
What if you see it
that'll be
drop
11 o'clock here.
Yeah, what if you see it drop on the East Coast? Are you in the clear?
I think that counts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think you get Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve has always counted.
Right.
All right.
Yeah, once the ball drops, you're good to go.
I'm fairly certain we can make it to 11.
Yeah, that's 11. It's not really making it till midnight, but, I guess
count it.
Technically.
I can't even remember the last time I was up past midnight. I cannot remember.
There's been a time or two this year for me. Ball games. Beyond ball games, work stuff where you get back late. You don't have any choice on that.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's
there have been occasions.
It's tough to do. Your life's changed. My life didn't change that much when we started doing this show, other than being in here to do the show. I got up early. In fact, I would listen to other shows in the morning and was on one there on the Morning Rush for a while, and a long while, and loved every second of it. But for me, it was not a big lifestyle change. For you guys, though, I could see it. That first month, I'm going to be honest. I thought, I don't know if Bart's going to be able to hang here.
I'm still not sure I am.
Not because you weren't going to be the key to the show. We all knew at some point in the first year Bart was going to take over. We knew that was going to happen. But I'm thinking, I don't know if he can get up this early every day.
Well, it's still a struggle,
I don't
Chuck.
know.
It's a struggle each and every day.
And poor Edward lives practically in Oklahoma. So he's
in Springdale.
Well, you're up in Cave Springs back
Oklahoma.
then. Weren't you in Cave Springs at the start?
Well, I still am.
All right.
Well,
Cave Springs is up there.
Yeah, it's closer to Missouri, I'd say.
When you have a 6 o'clock radio show,
Yeah,
it's
feels
a long
like
way away.
A 20-minute drive every morning.
I mean, I live about 10 minutes from here, and it feels like forever.
Yeah.
And for a
Luckily,
for
there's
a
no,
6 o'clock
there's no
show.
traffic.
Right.
Every
That's
light
exactly
is green,
right.
so it's not bad.
But you get up at with the bakery people.
Yeah, it's
I mean,
it's a bit ungodly.
I mean, it's like the people that own bakeries in Edward are the only people
thank
up.
God they get up
Yeah.
because we can get breakfast.
I know. But if it was not like for bakery people in Edward, I'm not sure anybody would be up. But,
hey, the Starbucks
bakers?
people are up.
the
at that
bakers.
hour.
Well, I call them bakery people. But, some might shorten it to bakers. I don't know. Go ahead, Edward. Sorry.
No, I didn't. I was just saying the Starbucks people are up. They open at 5.
Yeah.
The coffee people.
The 7 Brew people, not up.
Really?
5:30. 5:30 is when they open.
Really?
So
let's
that's
get
not even
that back to 5 o'clock.
That's not even an option, for any of us coming in.
5:30 is kind of late.
Unless you really
for
push
a coffee
it.
store.
Yeah.
Let's push that back to 5. Let's just go ahead. Come
It's a
on.
challenge to all the
Issuing a
7 brews
challenge.
out there. In any coffee shop, really.
We love your coffee. Please open earlier so we can enjoy it.
Like if you start, and I drive by the Starbucks on the way here. I've thought a time or two about pulling in and being the one that, brings in everything. I thought, nah. And generally, there's not enough time. Are there, is there a line? Like
No.
you drive by there and go
No.
in occasionally.
No.
Is there a line
No.
in the 5 o'clock hour?
I've never seen another car there if I stop at
Really? Because I've never driven by Starbucks when there wasn't a line.
Yeah.
I mean, there are people everywhere because
Yeah, if you
everybody's
don't
got
want
to
wait
get
in
their,
line. 5 o'clock's
their
good hour.
mocha latte. I mean, they got to get all the stuff in there. Nobody just drinks regular old coffee anymore.
That's right.
And it takes forever.
You
And that's
know-
why I don't go.
You know where
because it takes forever.
You know where I like to go if I know there's no coffee in the building is the Maverick on the
Yeah,
corner.
well, that's every good adventure starts there.
That's right. There's a lot of people at the Maverick at 5
I like a
o'clock.
good Casey's cup of
there
coffee
are.
because I like to be able to go in and get my cup of coffee, control how much is in there.
Yes.
I don't
Yeah.
need somebody to ask me
That's right.
if they need to leave room for cream.
Maverick's got really good black coffee.
Do they?
Yes.
You're a black coffee guy?
Yes.
All right. Fair enough. Hey, Cal got him going, didn't he? Did you see where what he said after the ball game even prompted a response from the president of the NCAA. That's when you know you got stroke. You say a few things on Monday night, by Tuesday midday, the president of the NCAA responds. Cal's got some stroke. And I knew when he was, he told me when we were leaving, you should have heard what I just did. And so I came home, or I got home, and the first thing I did was find out what he just did. And I saw all that, and I thought, wow. I don't know about y'all's feed, but, man, mine's just been full of John Calipari stuff ever since the ball game ended. We're going to get into that here in just a few minutes. Let me talk to you about my friends at Weichert Realtors of Griffin Company. 2025 was a great year for them. And if you were a partner of Weichert Realtors of Griffin Company, as we were, as many of you who've bought and sold homes have been, it's been a good year too. Because here's the thing about these guys. They understand that when you buy or sell a home, it is a major transaction. Chances are it's the most money you're ever going to spend. Or if you're selling your home, it's the most money you're ever going to get for anything. And then you got to figure out how you're going to turn around and buy the next one. Partner with somebody. Make them your partners for life. Weichert Realtors of Griffin Company was my choice. I recommended them to Bo when his son was looking for a home. I think their satisfaction rate's way up there. And I know that yours will be too. That was our experience, whether it's the first time out or whether you've done this your whole life. They've got offices in Northwest Arkansas. They're in Washington and Benton counties. They're in Fort Smith. They're in Branson. They've got a wide selection of homes, and you can log on to WeichertGriffin.com.
Bart, you speak like you're the only smart man breathing.
I take that as a compliment, I think.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly local banking with First Security.
Think better. Member FDIC.
Looking for the perfect light beer to kick off the new year? Flight by Yuengling raises the bar for light beers. With just 95 calories, you can enjoy the crisp, refreshing taste of a Yuengling, but it's a light beer. Grab a Flight at your favorite store or ask your bartender and take your beer game to new heights. It's perfect for the holidays or watching a game. Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer.
Some moments call for more than just a win. They call for unforgettable. At Blakeman's, you're not just buying a diamond. You're creating an experience that starts the moment you walk through the door. Their newly remodeled space is absolutely stunning, and Cafe B has a personal touch you won't find anywhere else. Their in-house diamond expert makes it easy to find the perfect piece for any occasion, and that purple bag is still undefeated when it comes to saving the day. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry. It's more than jewelry. It's your story.
Buying or selling a home's a big deal, and you want someone who is with you every step of the way. That's why those of us at the Chuck and Bo Show wholeheartedly recommend Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, because we've experienced it. They've been my partners for life. They're Bo's partner now, and I promise you, when you become involved with Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, they'll become your partners for life too. They've been turning houses into homes since 1978, and you can always log on and check out their selection at WeicherGriffin.com.
Cutting corners is generally a bad idea. And when it comes to roofing, it's real bad. That's why Teamwork Roofing and Construction uses only the best materials, like Malarkey shingles, which perform better, protect longer, and are more sustainable. Residential or commercial. Got a complicated job? They've got the certified crews ready to deliver on time and on budget. You need a roof that's built on quality and powered by Teamwork. Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Log on to teamworkbuilt.com and get a quote today. That's teamworkbuilt.com. Are you looking for tough, reliable equipment from people you can trust? WT Equipment is your local family-owned dealership with 8 locations across Arkansas. And yep, they're big-time hog fans too. From Bobcat to New Holland, Hustler, Steel, and more. They carry the brands you know and trust to get the job done. Whether it's equipment or implements, WT Equipment has the tools you need, including a full lineup of Bobcat machines built for power and performance. Stop by your nearest WT Equipment today. This is not interesting. It's just interesting to us.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
enjoy fake AI generated stories?
I do.
And getting scammed
I
on
do.
the internet.
I do.
Facebook is for you.
That's what I like. That's what I want.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I got to tell you, that was a big development for me in 2025 is the coming of age of AI. You know, we've been warned about it.
That was the worst thing of 2020.
I think so, too.
The development of AI.
And, you know, I'm not going to delve off into politics here, but this idea that you can just have, like, you know, free reign for AI, I mean, that's crazy. You got to regulate this some. I mean, this is serious business. But for me, the biggest thing about the AI stuff, and 2025 was the first year that I've asked myself, as I read stories, is this real? And I have to admit, when I look now at what might be described as a scandalous photo, I just assume it's fake. And that's a terrible thing to think. Now, I realize that confusing people oftentimes is the goal. You know, I understand that. And I fall victim to it. And, you know, I mean, how many stories have we made fun of this year that were obviously fake? But some of them weren't obvious.
When I saw the news yesterday that Clemson, the front runner for the Clemson offensive coordinator job is Chad Morris.
Yeah, you thought it was fake.
I thought it was fake.
Well, that's
It all started back in
That's
February.
I thought it was
Is
fake.
that when it started? When did it start?
Whenever AI said that Chuck Barrett had passed away.
Yeah. Well, that's when I guess it hit home.
That's right.
That's when it.
That's kind of when it all started.
I'm like, what in the hell's going on around here? Hey, by the way, we're going to talk some more about Gage Wood in the next hour. His accomplishment made even more impressive. I didn't realize this. JT in Hot Springs nearly ruined one of the greatest moments in Razorback history. He texted Phil in the middle of the game and said, if Gage continues to pitch this way, does DVH give him the opportunity to finish it? Now, I don't know if the term no-hitter was in the text, embedded somewhere in the text. I don't know. But what if he'd given up a hit? Bubba, I think Phil responded. Bubba told him to shut up.
Yeah, that's right.
Almost 7 o'clock, Chuck and Bo Show.
Hey, it's Bo, and I want to share something that's completely enhanced my day-to-day life. About a year ago, I started telling you about the Sweatnum Edge. Well, over the last several months, here's what's happened for me. My energy level is completely different. My exercise gains have seen a big jump. My mind is clearer, and frankly, life is just more enjoyable. Now, that's my story. What about you? Search the Sweatnum Edge online and get a free evaluation today. It's made a big difference for me, and I know it can for you too. The Sweatnum Edge.
This fall, don't just pay for a heating tune-up. Make it part of a Paschal membership and get year-round benefits for your home. For as low as $8.99 a month, your annual tune-up is included. Plus, members get exclusive discounts on air, plumbing, and electric services. Don't wait until there's a problem. Protect your home, budget, and peace of mind with Paschal. Visit gopaschal.com to learn more and join today. And Razorback fans, we've got exciting news. Paschal is now proud to be the official air, plumbing, and electric provider of the Arkansas Razorbacks.
Hey folks, Chuck Barrett here, the voice of the Razorbacks. And if you're ready for freedom from glasses or contacts, there's only one name you need to know: McDonald Eye Associates. Whether it's LASIK, clear lens exchange, or advanced cataract surgery, they've got the solution to help you see your best, no matter your age. Doctors Betts and Mangarelli are the real deal, two of the most experienced surgeons anywhere. They've even taken care of my eyes. And now I'm seeing the basketball court crystal clear. I'm so glad I chose McDonald Eye, and you will be too.
Are you looking for tough, reliable equipment from people you can trust?
For Chuck
WT
Barrett,
Equipment
I'm Bo
is your
Matt.
local family-owned dealership with 8 locations across
Chuck and Bo
Arkansas.
Show.
And yep, they're big-time hog fans too. From Bobcat to New Holland, Hustler, Steel, and more. They carry the brands you know and trust to get the job done. Whether it's equipment or implements, WT Equipment has the tools you need, including a full lineup of Bobcat machines built for power and performance. Stop by your nearest WT Equipment today.
Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
I told you yesterday, he's like Mike Judge, the creator of Beavis and Butthead, a Rice graduate like myself.
You went to school with a guy who created Beavis and Butthead?
He was about 2 years older than me, Bo.
King of the Hill, too.
Mike Judge has no connection whatsoever to Rice University.
You guys are horrible.
No.
If the guy wants to go through life thinking he went to college with the creator of Beavis and Butthead, what's the harm?
Chuck and Bo Show.
I would resist the urge to drink this much.
Stop. I'm done.
You said a lot of good things there.
Well, I don't know if I said one good thing.
I met a guy last night, love y'all to death, Jeff.
You mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The show of record for Razorback fans.
Driving my Sunday school, and first thing he says when we hop in the car, he says, "What's heard on the Chuck and Bo Show?"
It's too early for this kind of conversation. I'm still half asleep.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
Goodbye. They're leaving. They're mass exodus.
They're heading for the exits. Can you believe it?
Goodbye.
We were 0-5. They put us all in the coffin. They just didn't put the nails in.
Foul Richmond in the backcourt. Arkansas is headed to the Sweet 16. For the fourth time in 5 years, the Razorbacks are headed to the Sweet 16.
It ain't over.
2-2 pitch. He struck him out swinging. Omaha for the Razorbacks in 2025. The Hogs vanquish the Volunteers. Do you believe?
So happy for, everybody involved with the program, especially, more than anything, the players, because they're the ones that do all the work. So happy that, they're going to finish this season in Omaha. I don't know. It just means a lot.
1 out away from something that's much bigger than a win in Omaha. The 1-2 pitch. He struck him out swinging. Gage Wood no-hits him, and the Hogs win it 3-0. The greatest game ever pitched at the University of Arkansas. Here in downtown Omaha, Gage Wood throws a no-hitter.
I just like pitching. I like throwing. I like throwing hard. Throwing hard's fun. Just showing somebody that you're just better than them. Just competing.
Here's the best hitter in the whole country, and now they have to pitch to him. Ellis swings away, deep left field. Her first swing is as grand as it gets.
Ray Ellis, woo, the plate shot the squat.
We've got breaking news out of college football where Arkansas is targeting Memphis's Ryan Silverfield as their next head coach.
It's an absolute incredible honor to be sitting here in front of you today as a head football coach at the University of Arkansas.
What a year. What a year. That's the hits right there. That is 2025 in a nutshell. That's is that the talk show version of Old Lang Syne right there? Is that our version as we get nostalgic with the final day of 2025? Hope everybody's doing well. Some of you are at work today. Some of you are not. We are, obviously. Bo is not, although he is working. Now, he's in the Pacific time zone right now, or as we like to say around here, the specific time zone. It's 5 o'clock in the morning out there, so I doubt he's up and listening. What do you guys think?
No chance.
Yeah, I don't think so
Zero
either.
chance.
Neither of those things.
You think he makes it to midnight tonight, Pacific time?
Ooh.
Yes.
You think so?
Yeah, probably.
You think he'll make it to midnight Pacific time
Yes.
tonight?
He'll probably be mingling with somebody.
Well, yeah, that's true. I hadn't thought about that. You got all the
the big shots.
He's out at the Rose Bowl with ESPN, and I'm sure there are a lot of big shots around. Self-described big shots.
The man is.
I would imagine you're right. So they'll probably have at the very least, a mixer.
Maybe he can talk to them about
tonight.
fixing college football.
Maybe so. Man, Cal, boy, he got him going, didn't he?
Yeah.
Monday night.
Talk about fixing college sports.
Now, he talked for 7 minutes. This is only a brief snippet here.
Look, I don't blame coaches. I've got friends that are playing with 27-year-olds and they feel bad. I said, don't feel bad. We don't have any rules. Why should you feel bad? But let me give you this. Real simple. The rules bees the rules. So if you put your name in the draft, I don't care if you're from Russia and you stay in the draft, you can't play college basketball. Well, that's only for American kids. What? If your name is in that draft and you got drafted, You can't play because that's our rule. Yeah, but that's only for American kids. Okay, now, here's the next lawsuit. Well, we don't have a say over European players. You do if they're playing in college basketball. So that means you don't have a say over high school kids. So whatever a high school kid does before he comes here, don't you do one thing because there's a suit. Because what you're saying is, if he's in Europe, we don't have the same rules. What? If he puts his name in the draft, can't go to college. He left his name in. Well, that's different because he's European. Okay, you're not doing anything with a high school player then. We don't have any jurisdiction over a high school player, do we? We don't. So when they come, you just got to say, all right, now they're here.
Now, I knew when he said this Monday night that it was going to get a lot of national play. As I said last hour, my feed, it's one of those terms I use now that I probably didn't use at the beginning of the year. In my feed, it's been constant Cal. I mean, it's just been Cal clip after Cal clip since Monday night. And here's how you know you got some stroke. When you're the coach of a college basketball team and you make those kinds of statements, and the NCAA president feels compelled to respond, that's when you know you got a Hall of Famer running your program. Charlie Baker issues a statement today, and he just got right to the point. The NCAA has not and will not grant eligibility to any prospective or returning student athletes who have signed an NBA contract, including including a two-way contract. As schools are increasingly recruiting individuals with international experience, the NCAA is exercising discretion in applying the actual and necessary expenses bylaw to ensure that prospective student athletes will experience in American basketball leagues will ensure they're not at a disadvantage. Now, I don't know what all that means at the end. He kind of got into your usual administrative speak there, but clearly the rules be the rules, or be's the rules, is the line that, kind of captured everybody's attention there. But and then Cal was even on SportsCenter last night too.
Well, the rule was if you put your name in the draft and then you stay in the draft, whether you get drafted or not, you can't play college basketball. I read this statement that, well, it was about a signed contract. I don't think any of us ever heard that. So we can't keep moving the goalpost. What we need to know is, what are you going to let us do? Why was that okay?
I actually think, and maybe I'm naive, maybe it's, little, provincialism here, but I think Cal's comments are going to stick. The way he said it, there were theatrics. I mean, there always are. But the manner in which it was said, the fact that it got a response from the NCAA president within 24 hours, the fact that he's not the only Hall of Famer saying this, he's not an outlier. They're not looking at him and going, well, that's just Cal being Cal. I don't think that's been the response in the hallowed halls, if you want to use that term. I think that something's going to come of this. I'll just put it that way.
Yeah, I think you're right. When Cal speaks, people listen, right? Like that's part of what you get with him, and honestly, part of what's great for Arkansas. You have your head basketball coach, and with the college football playoff coming up, the quarterfinal games coming up, you have your head basketball coach on SportsCenter wearing Razorback gear. Like, that means something. He has that cachet. When Cal speaks, when Tom Izzo speaks, when Mark Few speaks, those are, that's the, when Pitino speaks, it's the last of the old guard in college basketball, so to speak. These are the godfathers of the game. And when they speak, people listen. And when they bring up something that is wrong, or that isn't the way something should be done, they're probably right about it. Same way with Nick Saban when it comes to football. This is going to be the thing that starts change in some way, shape, or form with with NCAA eligibility rules when it comes to basketball. Something's going to happen because of this. It may start changing other sports too. But this is going to be, when we look back a couple years from now and the landscape is radically different, this is going to be one of those moments, one of those tentpole moments that started that change.
Well, maybe so. Maybe so. I mean, I think there's that potential. I don't want to get too far down that road because I want to go back to what Edward played there at the top of the hour. The montage of all the great moments. Can you play that again?
We can.
Can we?
Give me one second.
All right, because I want to talk. I just want you to listen to some of these moments and just in your mind, think back to what you were doing as all these moments were unfolding. As it was playing a minute ago, I was doing it. First time I heard it, it's pretty good. Play it again. It's very good.
Goodbye. They're leaving. They're leaving. They're mass exodus.
They're heading for the exits. Can you believe it?
Goodbye.
We were 0-5. They put us all in the coffin. They just didn't put the nails in.
Foul Richmond in the backcourt. Arkansas is headed to the Sweet 16. For the fourth time in 5 years, the Razorbacks are headed to the Sweet 16.
It ain't over.
2-2 pitch. He struck him out swinging. Omaha for the Razorbacks in 2025. The Hogs vanquish the Volunteers. Do you believe?
So happy for, everybody involved with the program, especially, more than anything, the players, because they're the ones that do all the work. So happy that, they're going to finish this season in Omaha. I don't know. It just means a lot.
1 out away from something that's much bigger than a win in Omaha. The 1-2 pitch. He struck him out swinging. Gage Wood no hits him, and the Hogs win it 3-0. The greatest game ever pitched at the University of Arkansas here in downtown Omaha. Gage Wood throws a no-hitter.
I don't know, I just like pitching. I like throwing. I like throwing hard. Throwing hard's fun. Just showing somebody that you're just better than them. I mean, just competing.
Here's the best hitter in the whole country, and now they have to pitch to him. Ellis swings away, deep left field. Her first swing is as grand as it gets.
Ray Ellis, woo, the plate shot the squat.
We've got breaking news out of college football where Arkansas is targeting Memphis's Ryan Silverfield as their next head coach.
It's an absolute incredible honor to be sitting here in front of you today as a head football coach at the University of Arkansas.
That's really well done, Edward. You did a good job on that. That was, we get mad about stuff during the year, and there's always plenty of stuff to gripe about. But, we didn't maybe have it as bad as sometimes we think we do. Those were some great moments. Yesterday, we were kind of texting back and forth, and we were talking about some of the highlights and stuff that we might want to play. And Edward sent out this list, and a lot of these things, to be honest with you, I forget about. I mean, I move from one game to the next. I'm one of those people that I just do. But winning at Kentucky in men's basketball, going to Omaha with the win over Tennessee, Gage Wood's no-hitter, beating St. John's to go to the Sweet 16, hiring of Ryan Silverfield, Bree Ellis. This is something that we didn't talk about enough. The National Softball Player of the Year, National Baseball Player of the Year.
We had Jordan Anthony, too.
Yeah, Jordan Anthony won the Bowerman Award in track and field.
And we had a fourth.
Was there another one?
I don't remember. I'm having a hard, but we had a fourth national.
Somebody
player
can help
of
us there.
Yeah.
Golf.
Yeah. The women's golf. Jose Maria
Jose Marin.
All right. Good for her. Good for all of them. But, think about that. You've got 4 national players of the year in their respective sports from your school. I don't know how many people can say that. Have ever been able to say that. I know nobody else can say it now.
I'm almost certain nobody's done that.
Yeah, maybe one of those years where like a UCLA or a USC way back in the day, because you're encompassing a lot of sports there. That just doesn't happen very often.
Few programs are as good at as many sports as Arkansas is.
Jalen Williams and Isaiah Joe becoming NBA. You got that cut from Jay Will at the party? Play that. Yeah, I would. I just think alcohol was a factor that day.
Well, maybe a little.
I'm just going to come right out and say it. I think alcohol was a factor there. And Isaac Tesla, I don't know how many people thought when he leaves here, this guy's going to be a pro. I think he's going to be a 10-year guy. I thought that when he left here. If he can stay healthy, he's going to be a 10-year pro. We got something from Isaac this
15
year?
15 catches, 6 touchdowns.
All right, there you go.
Wow. Was that caught?
That's caught.
Hold on, we need to have a second look at that.
I think that's
Tesla, the rookie who pulled it down.
And that's his trait, too. He's got ability.
They say incomplete.
Possession, first down. After review, the ruling on the field is a touchdown.
Whoa.
Oh, Gene, you are off to a hot start.
What a great catch, fellas. What a great catch.
Now, obviously, this being an audio medium, it's hard for us to, allow you to see what a great catch it was. But that was kind of the play where he burst on it. You could tell from those guys, it was the first time the Detroit announcers even knew who he was. And he kind of burst on the scene.
Here's a more exciting call.
All right.
To the end zone, open touchdown. Isaac Tesla with the score.
From Al Michaels.
Al Michaels, yeah.
Al Michaels is low on the list of 2025.
The people are on Al Michaels. Al Michaels in his heyday, guys. There
Oh,
was nobody
no
better.
doubt.
He was
There's
the
nobody
goat.
better.
He was the
You gotta
goat.
know
He's the
when,
best of all time.
Yeah.
But
gotta
here's
know
the
when
deal.
to hold 'em and
yeah, but
when to
here's the
fold 'em.
deal, Edward. If you're 78, I don't know. First off, earning what he earns at 78 is almost an impossibility.
Sure.
Earning what he earns at 68, or for that matter, 28, is
But
most.
how do you want to be remembered?
Does as a guy who was still being paid millions of dollars when he was 78 years old. I'll take that. I'll let you young guys say, man, he needs to hang it up. Well, when you're 78, if you make it there, if I make it there, and somebody's paying me millions, not hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars, and the guy, he gets steak and shrimp on like a plate with silverware at halftime of every game. It's part of his deal.
He has a net worth of $40 million.
Okay. That's why he's doing
That's too much.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Come on, man.
He's too much of a big shot.
Preserve your legacy, Al.
Well,
You've got plenty of money. I promise you.
I don't think he's as bad as people make him out to be. I just think a lot of people are looking for stuff to gripe about. Hey, you get up there and do it, pal. You get up there and do it.
I would love to.
You get up there and do it at 28.
Give me his salary. Give me his salary. I will do
You still
100
couldn't
times
do
the
it.
job.
You couldn't do
yes,
it.
I could.
You could not.
Yes, I could.
They could pay you Al Michaels' salary. You
I
could
would be
not
the best
go-
play-by-play
You would not be
person
as
in the
good as Al
NFL.
Michaels. You could do
Absolutely.
it on your 100th try.
Absolutely, I could.
All right, we got to hit a break. 877-377-6963. Richard Davenport's coming up at the bottom of the hour. The portal opens Friday. We're going to talk about that. Zach Gillum from Oaklawn's going to be here in the 8 o'clock hour. Yes, Bart has locks. So we'll be back. Stay with us. 7:20. This is the Chuck and Bo Show. Good morning. Yeah, what's your point?
You want my point?
Yes, I asked for it. Make it.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Distribution Solutions Incorporated began providing superior customer service back in 1997 based out of Harrison, Arkansas, and they're supporting our local communities today and always looking for professional OTR drivers. DSI knows drivers by name. They're about their people, and when you work with DSI, it feels more like a family than a job, and they know home time matters. If you're a driver, check out their website, drivedsi.com. All the benefits, all the vacation time, and that home time that matters.
Some moments call for more than just a win. They call for unforgettable. At Blakeman's, you're not just buying a diamond. You're creating an experience that starts the moment you walk through the door. Their newly remodeled space is absolutely stunning, and Cafe B has a personal touch you won't find anywhere else. Their in-house diamond expert makes it easy to find the perfect piece for any occasion, and that purple bag is still undefeated when it comes to saving the day. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry. It's more than jewelry. It's your story.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly, local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
There's simply not a better shopping experience than Macadoodles. Looking for the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits? Macadoodles or Guess Who in Bentonville has you covered. With an unbeatable selection, amazing prices, and service that's unbeatable, they've got everything you need. Whether you're stocking up for a party, updating your bar, or just grabbing your favorites, Roger and the team are always there to help. Make the smart choice. Macadoodles, just north of Bella Vista at the state line, and Guess Who in Bentonville.
He's Chuck Barrett. He's Bo Mattingly.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Well, I just want to say we need to appreciate Boyd a little more because Boyd know what the hell he's talking about. Boy, too bad, boy.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I think this was the year you really came into your own, Bart. I mean, I do. I mean, I used to listen to you on the old show with Bo, and I mean, you've come into your own this year. You've become a star.
Well, I don't know.
Don't sell yourself short now, Bart.
Absolutely
don't
not.
sell yourself short.
No, I would not go that
Everywhere I went.
No.
Yeah, play it.
No.
I mean, from the moment you said I can break 100 at Oakmont, your star has just taken off.
Yeah, well,
I mean, it in many respects.
We had the summer of Bart.
In many respects, this was the year of Bart on the Chuck and Bo Show. You got that to play too? You got something else you can play?
No, I wish I did.
All right. But in many respects, this was Bart's year on the Chuck and Bo Show. Our first full year.
Yeah. I have big plans for breaking Bart in 2026.
Wow.
Big plans.
Which course
are any of them going to happen? I have
Yeah.
no idea, but I have big plans.
You know what my favorite moment, though, really, of 2025? I got two or three of them. Locally, look, you're not going to top Gage Woods' no-hitter. You're not going to top that. Yeah,
That's an all-time Razorback.
Yeah, I mean, you may not be able to top that for years. Yeah. My favorite Razorback moment was Z. taunting the Kentucky fans as
Goodbye.
Arkansas.
They're leaving.
Yeah,
They're leaving. They're mass exodus.
They're heading for the exits.
it's
Can you
awesome.
believe it?
Goodbye.
Heading for the exit.
Yeah, that was my best Ted Knight voice right there. Well, you're so correct, Matt. They are in fact heading for the exits, and but that was my favorite moment. In terms of Razorback stuff, but in terms of the show, this is mean, but this is it for me.
Ooh, I've been doing this 30 years, and your conference record doesn't matter. It's not criteria. It's not even on the team sheet. They don't care how you did in your league. I mean, the games, your conference games are on your team sheet. Arkansas just doesn't have a good record against better teams. They're strength of schedule is always a factor. So it's like 10 and 12 against the top 3 quadrants. And the committee doesn't look at that number specifically, but if you're below 500 against the top 3 quadrants, there's probably a reason, and that reason is usually you're not good enough. So, but no, I mean, in fact, I haven't really studied that. I just think that the strength of the league is helping the bubble teams because your strength of schedule is still pretty good. It makes it difficult to be specific about anything. How you perform in the conference specifically, your conference record, your conference standings, that's not relevant. Your conference games matter because all your games matter, but they all matter equally. Conference games don't get any special weight. I've been doing this 30 years.
But not 31. Nah. No. 30 was
Except
it.
I know why Joe Lenardi's the man now.
Yeah. That was the end of the line. 30 was it. It'll be forever remembered as the year Jerry Palm's career. But is he still at it, Bart?
Well, he's doing his own thing, Chuck.
That's what people do when they don't have jobs.
He's got his own site. It's called palmbrackets.com.
Where does he have Arkansas?
That's a free plug right there.
Yeah, it is.
We're trying to revive his career. We killed his career in 25.
So
We're going to bring it back in 26.
It's a skeleton site, and there's not much on there.
He's been doing it 30 years.
He just came out with his latest projected NCAA tournament bracket. And he has Arkansas as a 5 seed in Portland, matched up on the other side of 4th-seeded Texas Tech. I can tell you right now that is not going to happen. So,
I don't see Texas Tech as the opponent in Portland.
No.
I'd be surprised. I wonder if Jerry Palm's thinking about us today. The way we're thinking
I
about
highly
him.
doubt it.
Probably not.
You don't think he is? What do you think
He
he's
probably
doing?
doesn't even know
You
what
think
he
he'll
says.
make it to midnight?
Yeah, sure. I mean,
He seems like a late night cat.
Yeah. You're right.
he'll be
I think
watching
he'll make
college
it.
basketball.
I think he'll make it far past.
Probably.
midnight.
I don't know though. He could be one of those guys that roams around the house till 3 or 4 in the
Yes.
morning, sleeps till noon.
Yes.
Hadn't seen morning in
Maybe
ages.
that's why he was so upset that morning
Maybe
on the show.
He was tired.
He was tired.
He was tired. All right, we're going to talk to Richard Davenport. Portal opens on Friday, and we're going to get to the bottom of some things here in just a few moments. Stay with us. 7:30 on the Chuck and Bo Show.
Hold on, guys. I'm on the Chuck and Bo Show. Hold on.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Did you know Chevy of Fayetteville is the #1 volume dealer in Northwest Arkansas? That means nobody sells more cars, trucks, or SUVs than Chevy of Fayetteville. They've been a part of our community for over 25 years. They're supporters of our local schools and the Razorbacks. And they're the best after the sale. An award-winning service and parts department, a waiting area, complimentary loaners. So go see Chris Mark in Denver and the team at Chevy of Fayetteville, inside the Fayetteville Auto Park.
Are you looking for tough, reliable equipment from people you can trust? WT Equipment is your local family-owned dealership with 8 locations across Arkansas. And yep, they're big-time hog fans too. From Bobcat to New Holland, Hustler, Steel, and more. They carry the brands you know and trust to get the job done. Whether it's equipment or implements, WT Equipment has the tools you need, including a full lineup of Bobcat machines built for power and performance. Stop by your nearest WT Equipment today.
Chuck, you've been around a while, and look, I don't mean that ugly, and Bo, you've been around not as long as Chuck.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
What does the future look like? What does this week look like? And can you get yourself out of bed and just get rolling this morning with a smile on your face? Can you stare adversity in the eye?
Boy, you're asking a lot over there, man. I mean, with every question you're posing, I'm like, I don't know if I can do that.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Well, the transfer portal opens on Friday. And we've already heard, not just here, but lots of places, players planning to enter the portal. We know Arkansas is going to be active. Richard Davenport covers all this for the Democrat-Gazette, Whole Hog Sports, and kind enough to join us on New Year's Eve. Richard, Happy New Year. Thanks for joining us, and hope you're doing well today.
Morning, Chuck.
Bo's on the road, by the way. Bo's at the Rose Bowl. I don't know if he shared that with you. Is this the calm before the storm? Is Friday just going to be one of those days where we see an avalanche of players entering the portal, or have we already gotten a sneak peek of what it may look like?
Yeah, I think we've seen a sneak peek of what it's going to look like, and I'll be honest with you, I'm still surprised at the lack of numbers going into the portal from the Arkansas perspective. But we still obviously have a few more days, and still January 2nd to the 16th to enter the portal. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, it's going to be pretty intense. Last year, the year before, last year was December the 9th through the 28th when you could enter the portal, and then you had a small window in early January, and schools were able to host kids during that December the 9th through the 28th. Well, not the 28th, but up to like the 22nd, something like that. Just going off memory, but.
Right.
And then they could do the 5-day window in January. All this is going to happen in January 2nd through the 16th, and it's to me it's going to be many times crazier.
What do you think fans are going to notice? I mean, people like you that cover it, and coaches and players and agents that are involved in it, obviously understand that there's a difference between a 2-week sprint and like the 9th through the 22nd, and then a 5-day window following that. What do you think those of us who are watching and wondering what it all means, what do you think we're going to notice from the change?
Just the amount of information coming out, especially during that 15-day period, and just knowing that behind the scenes that every school, not every school, but a lot of schools are fighting for the same guy. And there's probably going to be some secrecy, a little bit more secrecy this year. I think with that small window, a lot of times the schools don't like to have kids mention that they're going to visit their particular school, because then the other schools trying to get a visit are all over him, trying to say, well, you said you were going to try to visit us, and I see you're going to visit Arkansas on the 5th. What's up? There's just so many things that can happen in that short window that kind of magnifies everything.
You know, we all have. I say we all. So many have the thought that it's particularly in the portal period that this is going to all boil down to money. That basically why you go visit somebody is so you can look them in the eyes. They're making their offer. Is it actually that way? Is it more of a bidding process in the portal period than the other times, or just what's your thought on that?
Well, you know, obviously most of these kids have been through the recruiting process in the high schools during high school. That's kind of a wine and dine, you know, and press, and you know, and have your big moment as far as visiting those schools. Here, you usually have a 24-hour visit. Then you go on to another school and visit. And the main things I do believe, it all comes down to money. Also comes down to fit. Does the offensive or defensive scheme fit you and utilize your talents to the max to where you want to get to the NFL? And what kind of relationship do you have with the coaches? I think the relationships still matter. Do they matter as much as they used to? No, I think the money is the biggest driver.
Well, you know, that's one of the things that I wondered about, and you kind of answered the question there. If a kid goes in and, man, he really loves the coach. I mean, he likes the place. You know, it just felt right when he got there. but then their offer's not anywhere close to what another place is offering. Does that happen? And what's been your sense of what the outcome is if something like that does happen?
Well, I think if you're in the ballpark, let's just say for argument's sake, Chuck Barrett, Arkansas offers Chuck Barrett $1 million, and another school's offered 1.2, 1.3. I think if you're in the ballpark and he likes the coaching staff, the plans that they have for him as far as getting on the field and produce at a high level and hopefully get to the next level. I think you can come out pretty good, but you have to be kind of in the ballpark. And then hey, there's some kids and some families and some agents that absolutely will just go to the highest bidder.
What's your sense about Arkansas's ability to be in the ballpark from a financial standpoint? We've heard more about more money being available, but I don't know. Are they in a spot where they can outbid? Are they in a spot where they've got to hope that they're in the ballpark? What's your take on that?
Yeah, I think we're going to find out. I really do. I think during this period when you look at the guys that are visiting and looking at the guys that they're able to land. If it's similar in the past, where they definitely got some good talent in the past, but it was limited just because of the resources. We're going to find out, and it's definitely something that they needed to address, and if they haven't addressed it, we're going to find out.
Numbers you mentioned a little bit earlier. Where are they right now? Guys that have announced they're going to enter the portal, 9 or 10, somewhere in that neighborhood?
I think it's around 15.
Okay, 15. All right.
I'm just going off memory.
What do you think the numbers are going to look like when it's done in terms of how many go out, how many come in? I mean, roster changes, it's more the name of the game now than ever, but are we going to see just a total upheaval of the roster? What do you think?
That's a good question. I think if you have more resources, obviously you have a better chance of retaining guys. I think we've seen in the past that some of the top players for Arkansas went on to go to a better payday. And will that be the case this year? Don't have a really good answer. But like I said, we'll know after this portal season's over. We'll have a better idea of where Arkansas is as far as resource-wise, as far as being able to pony up.
You've obviously covered a lot of these guys over the years, and you understand recruiting styles, and people put different emphasis on different things. Silverfield's approach, as opposed to the way it was before, and I'm not trying to contrast good or bad. I'm just saying, what do you see as the differences, or are there differences in maybe the way this guy approaches things?
If anything, maybe energy level, just because obviously he's a much younger guy than Coach Pittman. Coach Pittman was more of a seasoned guy, seasoned veteran that probably didn't get into some of the topics that maybe Coach Silverfield can bring up, just being a younger guy and things like that. But it's still early to really know all the ins and outs about how he's going to recruit. But I'm hearing different things, but not enough to really have a real informed opinion, to be honest with you.
We're running up against the clock here, but I want to ask about the Arkansas kids. That's the one thing that's been, for me anyway, the most noticeable about Silverfield since he's been here is, the Arkansas kids. I mean, we saw it on signing day, and there are more offers. I saw where you reported there have been some more offers out there to Arkansas kids. Have we ignored Arkansas kids? Are these kids good enough to play in the SEC? What's your read on all this?
Well, until the last year or so, Arkansas did pretty good as far as keeping not all, but most of the in-state talent within the state. The last few years hasn't been that way. Again, we can go back to resources and whether or not Arkansas had the resources to be able to pay the kids what their asking price was. And from what I gathered, they didn't in the past. And it seems like, early returns, especially what happened with the guys that flipped to Arkansas on signing day or right before signing day. It sounds like the resources have been enhanced. So we talk about money with the transfer portal. It also translates also to high school recruiting.
It does seem like when you use that word flip, when you flip somebody, that's what kind of really resonates with fans. Have you kind of observed that over the years?
Oh, especially if it's a rival, a school that you don't particularly care for, like Missouri when T.J. Hodges flipped from Missouri to Arkansas. But that when you hear that, I think it excites fans.
Richard, I know you got a busy time ahead covering all this stuff. You do a great job, and we appreciate you joining us this morning. Thank you.
Appreciate you, Chuck.
All right, Richard Davenport, Whole Hog Sports. I want to talk a little bit more about this before we wrap up the hour. We got to hit a break, though. It's 7:46. This is the Chuck and Bo Show. Good morning.
You guys are part of my family. Everyone that listens to this show is just part of the Chuck and Bo family. We're building a community here.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Oaklawn is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Looking for the perfect light beer to kick off the new year? Flight by Yuengling raises the bar for light beers. With just 95 calories, you can enjoy the crisp, refreshing taste of a Yuengling, but it's a light beer. Grab a Flight at your favorite store or ask your bartender and take your beer game to new heights. It's perfect for the holidays or watching a game. Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer. Cutting corners is generally a bad idea. And when it comes to roofing, it's real bad. That's why Teamwork Roofing and Construction uses only the best materials, like Malarkey shingles, which perform better, protect longer, and are more sustainable. Residential or commercial. Got a complicated job? They've got the certified crews ready to deliver on time and on budget. You need a roof that's built on quality and powered by Teamwork. Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Log on to teamworkbuilt.com and get a quote today. That's teamworkbuilt.com.
Buying or selling a home's a big deal, and you want someone who is with you every step of the way. That's why those of us at the Chuck and Bo Show wholeheartedly recommend Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, because we've experienced it. They've been my partners for life. They're Bo's partner now, and I promise you, when you become involved with Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, they'll become your partners for life, too. They've been turning houses into homes since 1978, and you can always log on and check out their selection at WeickerGriffin.com.
I want to see you and Bart in the old three-legged race.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. Let me just...
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Bart's over there fact-checking. Kind of ruined.
Just ruined the whole day for me. Has everything I've said on this show been fact-checked?
This would not have happened. This would not have happened.
Have you gone home and fact-checked everything I've said?
No.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Coming up in the 8 o'clock hour, Bart's Locks. That's
Yes,
really
sir.
that's really all you need to say.
Well, yeah.
Coming up in the 8 o'clock hour, Bart's Locks.
We're ready.
We'll have Zach Gillen from Oaklawn on at 8:30. Is that the plan?
8:35.
8:35.
Yes, sir.
We will visit with Zach, and the lines are moving. The lines are moving as we move into.
There's been some movement this morning already.
Yeah, we got
I've
Ohio
made some
State.
adjustments.
Really?
Yeah.
Bart, I brought up the Ohio State-Miami game in the 6 o'clock hour, and Bart immediately, retreated.
Yeah, well,
at,
stop. Don't talk about it.
Light speed. Stop talking about it. It's part of my
may-
locks.
That may or
Let's
may
talk
not
about the
be
Sun
in
Bowl.
Yeah.
So,
Hey, Iowa and Vanderbilt this morning at 11.
That's the Tampa Bowl. That's the bowl we were in.
The ReliaQuest
Yeah,
Bowl.
yeah.
Bad name. Get rid of it.
What was it when we played there? It wasn't
Outback Bowl.
That's right. It was the Outback
Bowl.
Bowl there.
Yeah.
They've had two or three incarnations. Real quickly on what Richard said a minute ago, this strikes me as more than most years the great unknown in terms of Arkansas's recruiting. We don't really know, and nobody really does here or anywhere else, exactly how much money they got. And in the portal period, as Richard said a minute ago, it's pretty much it's a money deal. And I'm not saying it's not the other time, but the fact that most visits are about 24 hours, and within a few hours after that, they're at someplace else. It is one of those car wash kind of deals. And you got to make your offer and make your pitch and got to make a good impression. But I just don't know. And again, as Richard said, we're about to find out, where they are in terms of some of this financial stuff. Here's the thing that I do know. You cannot win without good players. This is where the rubber meets the road. We can talk about fit, culture, energy, all the things that we talk about every time recruiting comes up, particularly every time you've got a new staff out there on the road. All those things are important, but the reason they're important is because they are designed to help you get good players. Culture, fit, energy, all that stuff, without good players, that gets you from 4 wins to 6, maybe 3 to 5. Get you to a minor bowl game, get you fired. That's what all those things without good players get you. Now, you're not going to get good players without them, but fit, culture, energy, all that stuff, it doesn't guarantee you anything. Now, I can guarantee you without it, you're not going to get anything. But this is where you got to go out and get good players. Good players win games. Good players make great coaches. You're not going to find many great coaches who've won many games without good players. And this is where you got to go out and get them. Back with more in a bit.
Arkansas's one-stop automotive shop is right around the corner. Fayetteville Auto Park. FayettevilleAutoPark.com. Chevy, Toyota, Honda, Acura, Collision Center, all in one place. And if you're shopping pre-owned, Fayetteville Auto Park has you covered. With so many new cars sold, we always have a great selection of fresh trades. Why settle for anything less than the best? Fayetteville Auto Park, West Showroom Drive in Fayetteville. Proud sponsor of the Chuck and Bo Show.
When it comes to watching games, nobody does it like Walk-Ons. Over 60 TVs at every location, and the food and drinks win. Mouth-watering Louisiana cuisine, like po' boys and gumbo, plus fan favorites, like the best burger you can get anywhere, and more draft beers and cocktails than you can count. Incredible food, wonderful service, and a viewing experience like none other. Walk-On Sports Bistro. We live for this. Are you looking for tough, reliable equipment from people you can trust? WT Equipment is your local family-owned dealership with 8 locations across Arkansas. And yep, they're big-time hog fans too. From Bobcat to New Holland, Hustler, Steel, and more, they carry the brands you know and trust to get the job done. Whether it's equipment or implements, WT Equipment has the tools you need, including a full lineup of Bobcat machines built for power and performance. Stop by your nearest WT Equipment today. Need help growing your brand with strategy and creativity? At Vanquish Marketing, the mission is simple. Help businesses grow with clarity, kindness, and excellence. They don't just run ads or manage campaigns. They come alongside brands as a true partner. By creating data-driven marketing funnels and building strategies that scale, they equip their clients for long-term success. Guided by their core values, they know growth is about more than transactions. It's about people. Visit vanquish.marketing to jumpstart your brand today.
Donuts, Red Bull, and lottery tickets. I mean, how could you want anything
Courtesy
more?
of the Chuck and Bo Show.
The Chuck and Bo Show. Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
Hey, Joe, what are you hearing about the coaching search?
I don't care. I couldn't care less. Yeah, maybe they'll be back. I don't know. I think they'd be better off just turning that stadium into a soccer. They should just drop football as far as I'm concerned. I'm tired of the prima donnas and buying them new cars. I'm sick of it. I just had to get some stuff off I'm pissed off.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I would resist the urge to drink this morning.
Stop. I'm done.
You said a lot of good things there.
Well, I don't know if I said one good thing.
I met a guy last night. Love y'all to death, Jeff.
You mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The show of record for Razorback fans.
I'm in my Sunday school, and first thing he says when we hop in the car, he says, let's turn on the Chuck and Bo Show.
It's too early for this kind of conversation. I'm still half asleep.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
That was Joe and Avoca right there. And you know what he said? I mean, honest to God, if you sit around and think about, like, the state of college sports, you can work yourself into the exact same spot Joe is in when he paying all those prima donnas out there, all that. I'm just pissed off. I mean, you can work yourself into that really, really fast. We're playing the hits today. It's last day of 2025, National Champagne Day. It's also No Interruptions Day, and it's National Make Up Your Mind Day. So keep that in mind as you move through this New Year's Eve day. We got football starting at 11 o'clock, Vanderbilt and Iowa, and it goes from there. And it culminates tonight with Ohio State and Miami, and Bart's Locks are coming up in just a little while in the hour. Zach Gillum from Oaklawn, Vice President of Racing and Wagering, will be here at 8:35, and we'll find out how those lines are. I will admit, I'm a little bit nostalgic today. I wasn't when I walked in, just so we're clear. I was not feeling that nostalgic vibe when I walked in. It's like, I'll say 5:30. It was really 5:40. And I wasn't feeling it. But then Edward, who worked yesterday, I mean, we exchanged a few text messages yesterday, and Edward says, yeah, I got it. So Edwards put together this montage, the best of 2025, Razorback moments. And, I heard it, and I'm like, 2025 wasn't so bad. Maybe 2026 will be better. Can we play that again? It was so good. Can we play it again? Gives me goosebumps.
We can.
Play it now.
Goodbye. They're leaving. They're mass exodus.
They're heading for the exits. Can you believe it?
Goodbye.
What a great moment.
We were 0-5. They put us all in the coffin. They just didn't put the nails in.
Foul Richmond in the backcourt. Arkansas is headed to the Sweet 16. For the fourth time in 5 years, the Razorbacks are headed to the Sweet 16.
It ain't over.
2-2 pitch. He struck him out swinging. Omaha for the Razorbacks in 2025. The Hogs vanquish the Volunteers. Do you believe?
So happy for, everybody involved with the program, especially, more than anything, the players, because they're the ones that do all the work. So happy that, they're going to finish this season in Omaha. I don't know. It just means a lot.
One out away from something that's much bigger than a win in Omaha. The 1-2 pitch. He struck him out swinging. Gage Wood no-hits him, and the Hogs win it 3-0. The greatest game ever pitched at the University of Arkansas. Here in downtown Omaha, Gage Wood throws a no-hitter.
I don't know, I just like pitching. I like throwing. I like throwing hard. Throwing hard's fun. Just showing somebody that you're just better than them. I mean, just competing.
Here's the best hitter in the whole country, and now they have to pitch to him. Ellis swings away. Deep left field. Her first swing is as grand as it gets.
Ray Ellis. Woo! The plate shot the squat.
We've got breaking news out of college football where Arkansas is targeting Memphis's Ryan Silverfield as their next head coach.
It's an absolute incredible honor to be sitting here in front of you today as a head football coach at the University of Arkansas.
We didn't have it quite as bad this year as maybe we thought. I mean, how many times have we heard people, boy, it's just so hard being a Razorback fan. Now, that was generally right after a close loss in football. So I'm feeling you. when you say that. But then you hear that, and you realize that 2025 was not so bad. We did have a lot of great moments to look back on this year.
We did. Hey, look, there are not many, and I know people will groan when they hear this. Because it's all about football, and frankly, Arkansas has not been very good in football in the past couple of years, and it stretches on longer than that, with the exception of some notable good years. There aren't many better schools in the country when it comes to having success throughout the athletic department. There aren't a lot of schools that have as many really good teams as Arkansas does. And no, football is not one of them right now. Hopefully that will change starting in 2026. But when you look at men's basketball and baseball and softball and track and golf, and you just go down the list, there have been a lot of really, really good things and cool moments that happened not just in 2025, but in 24, 23, 22, go down the list. It's fun to get to watch. It really is. Now, if we can just get some more wins in football.
Well, you've mentioned football. Like, if we could do this in football, would you trade all that to be in the playoff this weekend?
I think a lot of people would.
I wouldn't.
But I think a lot of people would.
I don't know.
I don't know. That sounds pretty sweet.
I see. I mean, look, and I'm not discounting what you're saying.
I can't even fathom the Hogs being in the playoff this weekend.
Well, I can't fathom Arkansas not being good at baseball. I can't fathom Arkansas not being good at basketball. I can't fathom Arkansas not being good at track. These are things that have been as constant as anything else for a Razorback fan. I mean, we know every spring baseball is going to be in the hunt, makes it fun. People were upset, and in some cases, understandably so, about when they reseeded and reticketed and did all that stuff at Baum-Walker Stadium. Well, that's because you're good. You don't do that if you're not any good. And, that tells you that every spring people know Arkansas is going to be good. Yeah. We know with Cal as the basketball coach that things are going to be good. And it's not like he's the first one. Things were pretty good under Muss. Things weren't terrible under Coach A. Things were great under Nolan. Great under Eddie Sutton. But we know in basketball Arkansas is going to be good. Courtney Deifel, we know softball is going to be good. We know track's going to be good, men and women. We know our golf programs are going to be good, and I'm leaving people out, and I'm not intending to. But my point is that none of that stuff just happens. Now, I'm of the opinion that in non-revenue sports, the SEC should dominate, and Arkansas should be good in the non-revenue sports because the SEC, along with the Big Ten, has the most revenue. And the SEC has better weather than the Big Ten for a lot of these non-revenue sports, so they ought to be able to recruit better, they ought to be able to draw better, they ought to be able to win more. And generally speaking, they do. But it still doesn't you don't just show up. And so, I realize there is frustration over what has or has not happened on the football front. But again, when you hear that and you realize there were a lot of great moments in 2025, and we shouldn't overlook those. I mean, those were goosebump moments right there. We shouldn't overlook those. Now, 2026, Bart. We got a few hours left to talk about 2025. 2026, I know, and the portal opens Friday, and a lot of people are going to determine their thoughts on how the football season is going to go based on what happens in the offseason. That may or may not be accurate. What do you think is going to happen this year? Make a call.
Oh man, that's a great question. Look, I would expect that Arkansas will continue to excel in the things that they have excelled in recent times. I would expect the baseball program to be right there again, right there in the mix for Omaha.
Are they going to be good in football? Because that's the question.
We don't know what the roster looks like.
See, that's
yet.
the thing.
We don't know what the roster looks like. It's impossible to
And that's
say.
why we were talking last hour when we were talking to Richard Davenport. It just seems like right now, and a lot of it is because obviously you've got a new coach, but so much of it is because there's been a push to raise money.
In 2 weeks, people are going to have a strong opinion about Ryan Silverfield, one way or the other, without him ever coaching a single game. People are going to judge what he does in the transfer portal.
Here's the thing. Just because you've got more money doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to go out and get the players that a lot of the other schools with money are after too. Yes, there's a financial component, particularly in the transfer portal period, that we've not dealt with in years past. But you've still got to. You got to go out and get them. You got to go get the good players, and it's kind of like we were talking about at the end of the last hour. Culture and fit and energy and all those things, they do matter. The idea that you can be good without those things, you're probably not going to be. But all those things don't guarantee you that you're going to be able to go out and get good players. That's the one thing that I have come to realize or come to believe over the years is that you can use all these terms you want until you're blue in the face. But can you get good players? The idea that you're going to get a 2-star and turn him into a 4-star, if you've got him for 4 years, yeah, you can do that. But that's the exception rather than the rule. You got to get guys now that can play now. That's just kind of where we are. And will Arkansas, will all the schools, will they be able to go out and get that quality of player in a short amount of time? In Arkansas's case, coming off a 2-10 season, I don't know. As Richard said a little bit earlier, we're about to find out. There's the financial component, no question. But there are other things too. All right, let's get to the most important thing of the day, Bart's Locks. We got a football game tonight. We got 3 big ones tomorrow. Got to make money. We're going to deal with that when we come back. 877-377-6963. It's 8:15. This is the Chuck and Bo Show. Good morning.
I don't know if anybody else is having fun, but this is a blast for me.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Some moments call for more than just a win. They call for unforgettable. At Blakeman's, you're not just buying a diamond. You're creating an experience that starts the moment you walk through the door. Their newly remodeled space is absolutely stunning, and Cafe B has a personal touch you won't find anywhere else. Their in-house diamond expert makes it easy to find the perfect piece for any occasion, and that purple bag, still undefeated when it comes to saving the day. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry. It's more than jewelry. It's your story.
Did you know Chevy of Fayetteville is the #1 volume dealer in Northwest Arkansas? That means nobody sells more cars, trucks, or SUVs than Chevy of Fayetteville. They've been a part of our community for over 25 years. They're supporters of our local schools and the Razorbacks. And they're the best after the sale. An award-winning service and parts department, a waiting area, complimentary loaners. So go see Chris Mark in Denver and the team at Chevy of Fayetteville, inside the Fayetteville Auto Park.
Oaklawn is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Cutting corners is generally a bad idea. And when it comes to roofing, it's real bad. That's why Teamwork Roofing and Construction uses only the best materials, like Malarkey shingles, which perform better, protect longer, and are more sustainable. Residential or commercial. Got a complicated job? They've got the certified crews ready to deliver on time and on budget. You need a roof that's built on quality and powered by Teamwork. Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Log on to teamworkbuilt.com and get a quote today. That's teamworkbuilt.com. Hey, I'm sorry if this makes too much sense. I am more than happy to hear where I'm off on this.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Are you in the holiday spirit yet?
No, I'm not. And I don't think it's a shortcoming. I'm not trying to get there. It's just that, like, the week will come and it'll happen organically.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Well, I organically didn't really realize till I woke up this morning that, hey, this is the last day of the year,
Yeah, how
man.
about that?
I mean, this is it. 2025's over. It's kind of hard to imagine. But, hey, this is the reason I got up. This is the reason we're here.
Bart's Locks.
All right,
For
here we go.
one final time.
We got
in
Ohio
2025.
State tonight, Miami. One last time. Bart's going to make you some money.
That's right.
So listen up.
That's right.
What's the story tonight?
We are going to start in the Cotton Bowl, as we teased earlier. 6:30 tonight, ESPN, Ohio State and Miami. The Buckeyes, a 9.5-point favorite over at Oaklawn Sports. Look, I think this is going to be a low-scoring game. So I think the spread is too big because of that. Miami's defense is going to keep them in this football game. I think their defense is very, very good. But they can't generate enough offensively to win. Their offense is putrid. And Ohio State's only going to make it worse. I don't know what Carson Beck was thinking other than dollar signs.
$4 million.
Yeah,
that's what
right.
he was thinking.
That's right.
And those Cavender girls down there. Are they
But
still
look,
there? He was thinking about that.
Ohio State's played one, maybe two good defenses all year. They played Indiana in the Big Ten championship game and scored 10 points. They played Texas in the opener and scored 14 points. So that tells me 9.5 is too many if I think Miami's defense is that good. And they do have the number 4 scoring defense in the country. So I'm not saying Miami's going to win the game. I think this is – I don't think either of these teams is going to win the national championship or be in serious contention for the national championship. But I like the Canes to cover the 9.5. Give me the Fighting Michael Irvins. He'll be going crazy on the sidelines, I'm sure, like he has been all season long. Miami plus 9.5 tonight. We turn the page to tomorrow. The Orange Bowl kicks off at 11 a.m., which is just, I don't like that at all.
That's not right.
It's the Orange Bowl, man.
No, I'm with you. It's
the Orange
supposed to be
Bowl.
played at night.
Yeah, that's right.
It's the last game.
Oregon and Texas Tech. Oregon is a 2-point favorite in this game. Is Texas Tech really that good? Is Oregon really that good? Oregon has a terribly unimpressive resume, but so do the Red Raiders. Ooh, they beat BYU twice. Cool. Ooh, Oregon beat Iowa. Neat. Like, they do not have impressive resume. I know they've won a bunch of games. They've each won 11, 12 games, whatever it is. They don't have impressive resumes, though. They just don't. They don't have impressive wins. This is the 2 weakest resumes in the field. But I will say this. Texas Tech's defense appears legit. I think this will be another low-scoring game.
Really?
And that points to picking the underdog. Yeah. I think, look, the red zone, Texas Tech's red zone issues are going to get them at some point. It's going to catch up with them. It will keep them from winning a title. But I'm going to take them +2 in this game.
Wow.
And I think they'll probably win the game outright. I think their defense carries the day. Oregon, again, I just don't know how good they are. I don't know how good Texas Tech is. So give me the underdog.
All right.
Right?
Fair enough.
Last pick. I'm only picking one more.
Really?
Only picking one more.
Why?
Well, because
you got to pick them all.
Do I though?
Yes, you do.
Do
yes,
I?
Yes.
Because
the people
agree.
demand
I agree.
it. The people
Pick 'em all.
demand it,
Okay.
Bart.
Okay. I'll pick them all. Because I do have a read on one game.
All right. Which one are you certain about, though?
Well, I'm going to go the one I'm not. I did not have in the picks first.
You got the floor. Go ahead.
Ole Miss, Georgia was not what I'm picking. Sugar Bowl. Georgia, as of right now. See, I don't even have the line on this game, but as of right now, they're a 7-point favorite. I think, is that right? I'm pulling this up as we speak. I didn't want to pick this game because of just the uncertainty surrounding Ole Miss.
You didn't want to be wrong.
Georgia's a 6.5-point favorite. Who's that coming down the tracks? It's the Georgia Bulldogs. Georgia will roll in this game. Kirby Smart has his teams playing their best football this time of year.
So Georgia covers.
Georgia will cover the 6.5 points against the Rebels. Great season for Ole Miss. Congratulations, you made it to the quarterfinals. Now it's time for big boy football. Georgia covers the 6.5. The last game is the Rose Bowl, where Bo is the granddaddy of them all. Or I guess Bo is a granddaddy now, so he's there. It's fitting, right? 3:00 tomorrow on ESPN. Indiana and Alabama. The Hoosiers, a 7-point favorite in this game. Look, a lot of things to think about in this game, right? Indiana's been a juggernaut all year long. I've hammered them in the Big Ten for not playing anybody.
Yes, you have.
But they've passed every single test, including the Big Ten championship game against Ohio State. They have, in a lot of ways. I don't think Indiana is going to give away the game the way Oklahoma did. I mean, Oklahoma, just the mother of all choke jobs against Alabama in that for at home. Like, get serious, Oklahoma, if you want to play big boy football. Get serious. You can't do that. I think Indiana is going to have Ty Simpson in hell.
Wow.
Alabama has not been able to run the ball the back half of the season, has had zero success running the ball. Like, Ty Simpson is just getting smacked on every single play. He looks like my guy Joe Burrow back there, just taking hit after hit after hit. It's not because Alabama's offensive line is bad. It's because they know they're going to throw the ball because they can't run it, right? They just can't run it. In the past 15 years, I'll give you this stat.
All right.
Past 15 years, Alabama has had just 8 losses by more than a touchdown. 15 years, they've only lost 8 games by more than a touchdown. But 2 of them have happened this year.
Wow.
This is the big stage. This is the Rose Bowl. This is the granddaddy of them all. And this is Alabama. Roll Tide. Alabama +7. Keeps it close and maybe ends the dream season for the Hoosiers. This is going to be a dogfight. Hats off to Indiana on the season they've had. Fernando Mendoza, great. Kurt Cignetti, great. Indiana, great. Roll Tide, roll.
It's been the year of Bart. I mean, let's be honest. On the Chuck and Bo Show, bang, bang, bang. Bang! Every week. Bang! That's right. Every week. It gets better. I think Indiana and Alabama is going to be there. I mean, I got to admit, even with Georgia and Ole Miss playing each other, I'm looking forward to Alabama and Indiana more than any other game. That is the game of the day. And it's going to be hard for me.
Indiana passed the test. This is the first real you think about it, this is the first real test outside of the Big Ten that they've had. Yes, they beat Ohio State, and all credit to them for that. Ohio State, the defending national champions. But Indiana has not been tested outside of that game. Outside of that game, playing the weakest schedule you could possibly imagine. So I'm interested to see on the big stage, the Rose Bowl, can Indiana,
the granddaddy of them all.
Can Indiana elevate and beat Alabama? And they may well do that. They're really good, but I like Alabama +7.
Well, that's a gutsy pick. That's a gutsy pick. But that's the game that I think everybody's going to like. If that's a great game, people will feel like at the end of the day that it's been a good football New Year's Day. Now, if that game disappoints, might be a different deal. Go ahead.
One thing just to keep an eye on as we're talking about the games. Remember last year, all 4 quarterfinal games were won by the teams that had played the previous round, right? That had played the first round.
Right.
The 4 teams that got the byes last year all lost. Will that happen again this year? I don't think so. but we'll see.
Who are you rooting for? You going to root for Alabama? You going to root for Indiana? What are your thoughts?
Indiana.
You're rooting for Indiana?
Absolutely.
Why?
Because I don't like Alabama.
Yeah. Just as simple as that.
Why would I want them to win if
I
don't like them?
You're not caught up in the Indiana dream. You just hate Alabama.
They've beat Arkansas for my entire life.
Yeah. Well,
why would I root for
like
them?
that for
Why would I
everybody,
root for them? Indiana's a great story.
Do you root for the other SEC teams?
No,
I've already
never
established
have.
that I do not.
Absolutely not.
All right.
I want them all to lose.
Who are you rooting for in the Rose Bowl, Bart?
Well, I'm rooting for Alabama to cover.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're following the money, but with your heart. With your heart.
I'm rooting for Miami. I'm rooting for Texas Tech. I'm rooting for Alabama, and I'm going to root for Ole Miss.
Are you really?
Well. Yeah, sure. Why not?
I am going to root for Miami, even though I think Ohio State's going to
I'm
race
rooting
them.
against the Big Ten.
Yeah.
Basically.
Man, Texas Tech, hard for me to, I don't know. You know, it's just hard for me to pull for them. It's not taking anything away from what they've done.
I'm rooting for Oregon.
Yeah, and I don't really have any allegiance
I
to
like the
Oregon.
Ducks.
Do you?
Quack, quack, quack.
Is it the uniforms?
Well, it's Peyton Pritchard.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's as good a reason as any, I
He was
guess.
electric.
Yeah. But be that as it may, it's hard for me to pull for Texas Tech, you know, given the fact that, I mean, they are the modern day college football team. They are the team that has built their roster almost entirely on money. Because, I mean, let's be honest, Lubbock's not always the destination spot for the most heralded recruits out there. But it's hard for me to pull for them. I am pulling for Indiana. And it's not because I hate Alabama. You know, I've pulled for Alabama in bowl games before. But, you know, when I look at Indiana, to me it's all about Cignetti. He had me at I win. Google me. I mean, I was hooked in right there. That's when he got me. And I've pulled for him ever since. And I'm going to be pulling for him when they play Alabama. I'm going to pull for Georgia.
Me too.
I'm not going to pull for Ole
Georgia.
Miss.
I
can't pull for Ole Miss. No.
No.
We got too much at stake there. They're our border rival. We're after the same guys.
That's fair.
Yeah,
I'll take that
I
back.
can't pull for them.
I'll take that
I don't feel sorry for them.
I
They
also
lost their
think
coach.
Georgia is about to flex. I think Georgia's about to flex. Not just tomorrow.
I do too. I think Georgia's winning the national
I think
title.
Georgia's going to win the national championship. That's kind of what I think. If I was going to pick a team right there, I would pick Georgia. Ole Miss, I will admit they were better. I didn't know how it would go against Tulane. Not that I didn't think Ole Miss was the better football team. I certainly did. But anytime your leader's gone with everything that's occurred down there, I didn't know exactly how that was going to go. I'll give Ole Miss credit for that. I just don't think they're as good as Georgia.
No. Georgia now plus 360 to win the national title.
Really?
They were 7-1, 9-1 just a couple of weeks ago.
Is that the best odds? Who has the best odds?
Ohio State plus 180,
Yeah.
Indiana plus 310, Georgia plus 360. Then you have Tech at 6-1, Oregon 7-1, Alabama is plus 1150, Miami 25-1, Ole Miss 25-1.
Wow, that's incredible. All right, 877-377-6963. We got to hit a break. It's 8:33. This is the Chuck and Bo Show. Good morning. I know this is an audio medium, and I shouldn't just shake my head, but words fail me.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Hey folks, Chuck Barrett here, the voice of the Razorbacks. And if you're ready for freedom from glasses or contacts, there's only one name you need to know: McDonald Eye Associates. Whether it's LASIK, clear lens exchange, or advanced cataract surgery, they've got the solution to help you see your best, no matter your age. Doctors Betts and Mangarelli are the real deal, two of the most experienced surgeons anywhere. They've even taken care of my eyes, and now I'm seeing the basketball court crystal clear. I'm so glad I chose McDonald Eye, and you will be too.
Guys, regardless of our age, feeling good is something we all want. That's what the Sweat No Edge is all about. It's where health, confidence, and peak performance come together. We all face challenges like low energy, hair loss, who's looking at me, stubborn weight, and skin health. The good news is we can do something about it. Get your free evaluation today and see where you are. Chuck and I have both done it and are better off for it. Log on to sweatnomcosmetic.com and click on the Sweat No Edge.
Kids,
There's never a good deal good enough with a bad person. Still a bad deal.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
If you enjoy fake AI generated stories and getting scammed on the internet, Facebook is for you.
That's what I like. That's what I want.
Yeah.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
That's what I'm hoping for 2026 is more AI, more fake stories. We just don't have enough of that. We don't have enough of that. I like being able to look at stories and go, is that real? Is that not real? That didn't really happen, did it? Has that picture been doctored? You know, I mean, that's just that really is. I mean, that's a pretty big deal right now. In all seriousness,
that's one of my predictions for next year.
Zach, Zach Gillum can't be with us today. They're having a meeting down there at Oklahoma. They got a big New Year's Eve plan.
It's much more important.
I don't know what's going on down there, but I know that it's run long, and we're not going to be able to visit with Zach today. So I turn to you, Bart. It's in moments like this that I turn to you. For the seasoned gambler, the guy who's making rent off what happens over the next 24, 48 hours, what should you be watching for? What's the trend line showing in the gambling world right now?
Yeah, well, the trends are with Georgia, Chuck. Georgia plus 750 when the playoff began to win the national title. They're plus 360 now. So we've seen a huge jump in the odds for Georgia to win the national title. As far as the games go today, there's been some movement, but mostly things have kind of settled where they are. Ohio State opened as a 9.5-point favorite. They are a 9.5-point favorite. Oregon opened as a 2.5-point favorite. They're a 2-point favorite. Indiana.
Sorry about that, boys.
Did you take that?
It's all right. Pardon me. Go ahead.
But most of the lines have stayed where they are or within a half point. There hasn't been a lot of movement off the numbers from where they opened for the games tonight. Ohio State's still your favorite to win the national title, plus 180. Indiana plus 310. Georgia plus 360. Those are your favorites to win it all.
Well, it's the last day of the year. And so we've been, as we often do, we've been reminiscing during the show today. We've played my favorite clips from the year were just, first off, the great montage that Edward put together a little bit earlier. Gage Wood's no-hitter, and Z saying they're leaving when the Razorbacks beat.
They're leaving.
Yeah.
They're leaving. They're mass exodus.
They're heading for the exodus. Can you believe
mass
it?
exodus.
Goodbye. And the best part about it was he was actually turning around looking at the people waving as he was saying goodbye. It wasn't just for on-air purposes. It was actually happening. Edward is hand selected. I don't know what these are. You know one of them. Don't you, Bart?
These are Edward's favorite sound
These
bites.
aren't necessarily my very favorite, but I was sifting through, the year.
Yeah.
And these are just two that
These are hand selected by Edward. Two moments.
These are funny.
I don't know what they are.
They made me laugh.
All right, go
One
ahead.
is my favorite moment from Chuck during his time on Tuesday evenings with Cal.
I don't need you early to the game because the game doesn't start till 8.
Yeah.
Now, I would have loved to put together a full montage of Chuck moments with Cal and Petrino and Pittman and going back to last year.
Well, maybe
that
you'll be
didn't
able to
happen.
do that next year.
Maybe next year.
But no, when he said, yeah. 8 o'clock.
So
You're
that,
right.
that one made me laugh.
Till 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the other one?
All right, so this one is just a non-Razorback college football clip. I think we played it one time, and it makes me laugh every time I hear it.
But there's a scene in The Wolf of Wall Street where they're talking about throwing midgets, and it's like, hey, this midget, can he roll there? And you go, no, he doesn't roll. You throw him. You know what I mean? And they're made for throwing. And then after a while, they start talking, and they go, well, you know what? I think if you start talking, they may think they know we're making fun of them. The midgets may think we're making fun of them. So then I'm going to start, they may get mad at us. And then the guys go, well, what we need to do is make them think they're one of us.
All right, this goes on for a while.
This
but
your boy Dave Aranda,
that's
right?
like my favorite college football clip of the year.
I'm updating my predictions for 2026. Dave Aranda will be fired at Baylor.
You think this
it
is
just makes me laugh.
That was a good cut, right? I remember when he said that, and I'm like, ooh, Dave, better win some football games. Because, that's just not the sort of thing that you say in this day and age. But those were some.
That's all I got.
Those were some good moments. And, for our show, I mean, we deal in sound. And so that was good. What are your predictions for 2026, Bart?
Oh, man. I have a sheet here. So I just gave you one. Dave Aranda will be fired at Baylor. That's going to happen. At least one college football coach is going to get fired for an off-the-field scandal. We had 2 this year. We'll
dial
it back to 1.
Don't exactly walk out on a limb there, man. I mean, don't. That's a given.
Okay. Dabo Sweeney will coach his last game at Clemson.
I'd agree with that.
Lincoln Riley will coach his last game at USC.
I'd agree with that. They won, by the way. No, they lost.
Lost.
Yeah, but he might already have.
He now has the same record through 53 games that Clay Helton did as USC's head coach.
Wow.
Think about that. AI will continue to destroy society and the minds of people.
Well, that's a safe bet. That's a safe bet.
If Arkansas if their defense is a top 30 defense by the end of the regular season, they will make the Final Four.
Okay.
Dave Van Horn will do one of his best coaching jobs at Arkansas with an almost completely turned over roster, and will have the Razorbacks in the mix for Omaha.
Okay.
And the Razorbacks softball team will make it to Oklahoma City for the first time.
They're going to the Women's College World Series.
Women's College World Series. The pitching depth.
That's it?
Different this year than it's been in years
Are you already
past.
gearing up for softball season?
I am.
When's
I'm
the
ready.
season opener?
In February, but the home opener's not till late February.
You going to bring that tailgate back
up.
like you had last year?
Yeah, maybe.
Pony rides and all that stuff.
Absolutely.
That was a fun part of the show, too. We've been trying to find. Edward's been looking for it, and we can't seem to find it. When the Knicks made their run in the playoffs last year, Mike Breen probably said bang, bang, bang a million times. Bart hates the bang call.
I cannot find it. I cannot find it.
You went off on that. I'm not going to ask you to recreate it because it's
it's just bang, bang, Curry 3, bang, Stephen Curry, bang.
Jordan from the baseline, bang.
It's every big shot. It sounds the same.
I love it. I love it. I think it's the best call in sports.
I went through every show in like a 5 weeks span, front and back, trying to find the rant.
Well, Bar went in and erased it.
I could not.
It was like it never happened.
No,
he criticized Mike Breen for crying out loud.
I stand by my take. I don't like it. I don't like it. I like to make fun of it.
I do not like green eggs and ham.
I do not like Mike Breen saying bang.
No.
All right, we got to hit our final break of the year.
Oh, man.
Hey, let's capture the moment. It's our final commercial break of 2025.
That's special.
It's 8:47 on December 31st, 2025. Our final break of the year. Back with more in just a moment.
You really make me want to call you a moron. I'm not going to do that, but I want to.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Looking for the perfect light beer to kick off the new year? Flight by Yuengling raises the bar for light beers. With just 95 calories, you can enjoy the crisp, refreshing taste of a Yuengling, but it's a light beer. Grab a Flight at your favorite store or ask your bartender and take your beer game to new heights. It's perfect for the holidays or watching a game. Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer.
When something goes wrong, a car wreck, an injury, mounting debt, or getting denied the help you deserve, it's hard to know where to turn.
That's when Cadell Reynolds shows up. This is a team that fights for Arkansans. Personal injury, disability, bankruptcy, they handle it all. And they know how to get results.
You've got enough to deal with. Don't try to figure it out alone.
Call Cadell Reynolds, 866-314-3728, or visit CadellReynolds.com.
Cadell Reynolds, make the right call.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly, local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
Are your gutters ready for fall? Leaves are coming, and that means it's time to protect your home. At Hog Trough Gutters, they install high-quality leaf guards that actually work. Don't waste money on the cheap guards from big box stores that clog up, and don't get stuck paying triple the price with those big national companies. With Hog Trough, you get the best of both worlds: professional installation, premium aluminum, and stainless steel guards, as well as a 20-year warranty. Give them a call today to schedule your free inspection, or visit hoggutters.com.
There's no better shopping experience than you're going to find at Macadoodles or at Guess Who in Bentonville. And every Wednesday is Wine Down Wednesday. 15% off every bottle of wine in the store, even if it's already on sale. But when it comes to selection, amazing prices, and unbeatable customer service, Macadoodles and Guess Who in Bentonville is second to none. Wine, beer, and spirits. Stock up for your next party, or just stop by and grab your favorite. Macadoodles, just north of Bella Vista, and Guess Who in Bentonville. Distribution Solutions Incorporated began providing superior customer service back in 1997 based out of Harrison, Arkansas, and they're supporting our local communities today and always looking for professional OTR drivers. DSI knows drivers by name. They're about their people, and when you work with DSI, it feels more like a family than a job, and they know home time matters. If you're a driver, check out their website, drivedsi.com. All the benefits, all the vacation time, and that home time that matters.
Hold on, guys. I'm on the Chuck and Bo Show. Hold on.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I will confess, I've reached the point in my life when my main goal every day is to get home. So once I'm there, it's going to take quite a bit to get me back out.
The Chuck and Bo
Wow,
Show.
I had so many things written down that I wanted to get into today, and here we are. It's like 8:53, and it's over.
This is it.
Boy, it was a bad day for the Diggs brothers yesterday. Stephon of the Patriots, jailed for assault, and Trayvon of the Cowboys released.
Was he jailed?
No, charged.
Arrested, charged. Whoa, and the BART thing just falling over here on the final day of 2025.
That's symbolic.
He's come to life.
That's right. Hey, what to watch? What to watch brought to you by Macadoodles. It's Wind Down Wednesday. New Year's Eve just happens to coincide with Wind Down Wednesday. Macadoodles, 15% all wine all day long, until they close up shop tonight. Now, last night, if you went to bed early, let me set this up. TCU came back, beat USC in overtime 30-27. Illinois kicked the last-second field goal, beat Tennessee 30-28. earlier in the day. Somehow, some way, La Tech beat Coastal Carolina 23-14. What are we watching today?
11 a.m. on ESPN, the ReliaQuest Bowl, formerly the Outback Bowl. Bad name, get rid of it. It's Iowa and Vanderbilt in that game. The Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl.
There you go.
1 o'clock on CBS, Arizona State and Duke live from El Paso.
The only non-ESPN bowl. It's on CBS.
We have the Cheez-It Citrus Bowl at 2 o'clock on ABC. Michigan and Texas.
That's
the
actually a
battle
good game.
for all the Cheez-Its. Yeah, it is.
Citrus Bowl.
That's right.
Sponsored by Cheez-It.
The Las Vegas Bowl, the SRS Distribution Las Vegas Bowl, 2:30 ESPN, Nebraska and Utah. And then Miami and Ohio State in the Cotton Bowl at 6:30.
6:30
on ESPN.
And what time's the first game start tomorrow?
11 a.m.
11 a.m.
The Orange Bowl.
All right, the Orange Bowl's at 11. The ReliaQuest Bowl's at 11 today. And then you got football all day long.
That's right.
Chuck's Knicks versus my Spurs.
Well,
tonight
yeah,
at
they
6.
play tonight at 6 o'clock. And I'm going to be going back and forth. Edward's our professional sports expert.
That'll be the finals. That'll be the finals. The Knicks will win in 6. And then for the NFL, I'm thinking it's going to be the Bills over the Rams.
All right. Are you
Book
ready?
it. Write it down.
The New York Knicks will win the NBA championship this year. And your Super Bowl champion, the Houston Texans, will win the Super Bowl.
Could make some money
from
betting that.
way out of the pack. Watch them, the hottest team. Happy New Year. We'll be back Monday. Have a great weekend.
Arkansas's one-stop automotive shop is right around the corner. Fayetteville Auto Park. FayettevilleAutoPark.com. Chevy, Toyota, Honda, Acura, Collision Center, all in one place. And if you're shopping pre-owned, Fayetteville Auto Park has you covered. With so many new cars sold, we always have a great selection of fresh trades. Why settle for anything less than the best? Fayetteville Auto Park, West Showroom Drive in Fayetteville. Proud sponsor of the Chuck and Bo Show.
Buying or selling a home's a big deal, and you want someone who is with you every step of the way. That's why those of us at the Chuck and Bo Show wholeheartedly recommend Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, because we've experienced it. They've been my partners for life. They're Bo's partner now, and I promise you, when you become involved with Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, they'll become your partners for life too. They've been turning houses into homes since 1978, and you can always log on and check out their selection at WeicherGriffin.com.
Imagine every sip and bite feels like you're celebrating the finer things in life. Chef Shiloh and the bartenders at Tusker's Tavern in Fayetteville have just dropped new menu items celebrating a cocktail culture and culinary craftsmanship. Daily happy hour, 5 to 6:30, 20% off wine by the glass and $5 local draft beer. And for fun, they've created Unhappy Hour, Monday through Wednesday from 9 to 11 p.m. with the same specials. It's Tusker's Tavern at the corner of Mission and Crossover in Fayetteville.
The nation's best home court advantage lives inside Bud Walton Arena. The Razorbacks are back inside the basketball palace of Mid-America, and Coach Calipari and the Hogs need you there and need you loud all season long. A limited number of single-game tickets are available right now. Just head over to ArkansasRazorbacks.com and purchase yours today.
You know, see, this is what the Chuck and Bo